Don't tweet so mean. You're the maddest old woman that I ever seen. I guess if you say so, I have to pack my things and go. Oh woman, don't tweet so mean. You're the maddest old woman that I ever seen. I guess if you say so, I have to pack my things and go. That's right. Listen, baby, don't treat me this way, cause I'll be back on my feet someday.
Don't care if you do, cause then it's just you ain't got no money, I'm just in the mood.
But I guess if you say so, I have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, hit the road, Jack, hit the road, Jack, hit the road, Jack. I have to pack my things and go.
Get the feet tap-tapping with a ta-ta-ta. Those arms are flapping for the cha-cha-cha. The bass is slapping out the pa-pa. So grab yourself a partner and get down tonight. The ladies are chatting, say ooh-la-la, while the fellas are strutting over by the bar. The singers are scatting, skilly-ba-ba-ba. Get on up and get down tonight. Come on over to the floor with a jump and jive. Your body needs shaking to feel alive. Take my hand now, baby, say what are you waiting for? Get your girl and give her a spin. Let's get the party moving in full swing. Nothing like the feeling that the music can bring with a joyful beat. So get your fingers clicking, clickety-click. Those shoulders dipping so slickety-slick. Time is ticking with a tickety-tick. So get on up and get down tonight. Da-doo, shibably-doo-doo. Skiddly-bop-a-doo and get on down. Scoop, scoop, scoop-a-lay-doo-doobly-doo. Get on up and get down tonight. Say rock-a-doo-doo-doo. Shoop, shoopity-bop, and I say get on down. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, but skiddly, get on up and get down tonight. Come on over to the floor with a jump and jive. Your body needs shaking to feel alive. Take my hand now, baby, say what are you waiting for? Get your girl and give her a spin. Let's get the party moving in full swing. With nothing like the feeling that the music can bring with a joyful beat. So get those feet tap-tapping with a ta-ta-ta. Those arms are flapping for the cha-cha-cha. The bass is slapping out the pa-pa. So grab yourself a partner and get down tonight. The ladies are chatting, say ooh-la-la, while the fellas are strutting over by the bar. The singers are
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. And welcome to game night on buffering. Why are you buffering? Why? Why are you doing that? On Saturday the 24th of February. And I haven't even turned on all the things I'm forgetting to do. Where is the wire for that one? Have I moved it? I bet I've moved it, haven't I? Oh, I've got a new desk this week. Oh, for God's sake, it's all gone. Oh, fuck, it's all gone wrong. We've got no ticker tonight. Open the lobby, you come join, I'll figure everything else out. It's Data League. Come play. It's written by two. Straight. No, we're not. We're straight to me. The Terror Man. Do my Martin Daubney impression. Well, not new, I've got an additional desk. That's where the fucking cable goes. Okay, it's there. Where's the old one? Oh no, that's a disaster waiting for that. Why are you all the way down there? Why are you all the way down there? What's it do for me? I don't know what it says at the moment. Oh, but that'll do. Don't postpone joy. Evening, everyone. Sorry for the rather unorthodox start there. I hope you all are keeping well, having a good weekend. It is game night on Saturday the 24th of February with me, Royal Flush. How you doing? Nice to see you all. Who have we got? Good evening, Topper. Good evening, Zeus, Clive, Prunes, Mark, Owen, Dalton, Samster, Porry, Pickney, Shapes, Colin, Aiden E, Puzzledan, Natter, Battyman, Kegler Coach, BC, Anderset, Flyboy, Arun. And anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat, you're most welcome to be here. Kodo, thank you for that 42-month subscription as well. Answer to life, the universe, and everything, so it is. Anyway, don't pursue who's joy. Yeah, quite. Oh, I think this is what I put up for the OQL match the other night. I can make it say other things as well. You give me a minute to find that. Yeah, I had to download and upload a film for my wife, which uses another browser, which I don't like to keep open. But so, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Kodo, welcome to the stream. Just after June. Let's say game night. There we go. Now it says game night. So yeah, I have another desk now. I have a desk over here. So I've sort of got... The goal is, right, long-term goal, is to get, because I've got my standing desk, which we'll get to see in action later on, but the long-term goal is to get an L-shaped hydraulic desk that goes up and down. Because this looks a bit out of place, this one. So I realised I needed more desk space. Facebook Marketplace job, this one, but it's about the right height. And a message from our sponsor, Top One Gaming.
2 years of my brain hurting, but it has been a blast.
Thank you very much, Kegler Coach. Did I say a message from our sponsor, Topper? It did that thing where I looked at the... Yeah, it's not that thing where I look at the name in colour. Topper said, what's game night? Let me retract that. Kegler, thank you very much for the 2-year subscription there and the message from our sponsor, Kegler Coach. Making your brain hurt, but it's been a blast. It's been a blast at this end. Thank you for the support, Kegler Coach. I'm glad you... lovely to see you still coming back and having a good time. We aim to make brains hurt. That's what we're all about. Not thanking Topper for a message from our sponsor, Topper, because he's not being our sponsor. But you did say some nice things earlier, Topper, so yeah, it's all good. Anyway, David, hello mate, welcome to the stream. Where you said Saturday nights aren't the same without me, which I took to be a positive contribution. So we start off with Data Leak, a triple build tonight. Data Leak, The Purge, and The Escape Artist. This one has been written by Now Cut That Out. Very exciting. I think it's quite tough. We just had a brief conversation about one question in particular. I wanted to change a clue, and Toot said, no, leave it as it was. I was like, okay. So we'll see what you guys make of it. It's like, I think there's a few people watching Gladiators just coming in to join. We've suddenly jumped from about 28 to 36. So we'll give people a little minute to join. Hello, Brig, welcome to the game. No, this is one of only 2 that are exclusively Twitch Whispers now. So Twitch Whisper for this one. I'm umming and ahhing over whether I want to do this one or if I want to do Cryptex next, or Plinko. It's probably Plinko, because that's do that in a weekend probably, but yeah. Persephone's Twitch bot. If I go whisper, you can whisper to her. Yeah, this one's all different. Yeah, game 1 is whispers, game 2 is a controller, game 3 is hackbox, for just how the cards have fallen. Game 4 classify. I'm going to be a game 4. Wait, don't go. At-based cryptos could be a game changer. If I do it properly, yeah, it could be massive. Hello, by the way, Riff, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'd need to do it properly. I have some ideas in mind, but it's quite a big job. That's all right. Anyway, there's anytime entry on this game, so you come join her. Yeah, and it's making it work with the Cryptex device as well. I have a really neat idea that I need to start. The thing is, the next 2 weeks I've completely slammed at work. I'm actually away, so I'm just. If I have got spare time, the broadcast is probably going to be in a hotel room for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm off to Caerphilly on Tuesday, and then I'm off to Salford on Monday week. So yeah, it's just mad at the moment. It's good. Nice to be busy. Anyway, I'm going to give it till the end of this loop, and then we're going to get underway. Caerphilly with Philadelphia. That would be good, wouldn't it? Twinned with somewhere. I fear I'm going to have to leave my hotel room, Brooks. I don't actually know where I'm staying yet. It's not my. Someone just say, yeah, drive here and check in. Anyway, it'll be. I imagine it is probably going to be. It was last time. I imagine it will be next time. But we'll see. All in the fullness of time will be revealed. Quick reminder that in 3 weeks' time, it is the season finale and the charity special. March the 16th, that is coming up. All-day stream starting at 11 a.m. I do hope you'll come and join me for, if not all, at least some of that day. It's going to be a lovely day. I'm free to break an NDA. There is no price you can put on it, Clive. There's no price. I'm a rock. I'm a rock of security. I ain't saying anything. I'm not talking about work. Move on. No more discussion about work. Just that it's busy the next couple of weeks. Speaking of, I should probably take my corporate cardigan off. I've got my corporate crack hat tonight. So my corporate cardigan tonight. Right, that's the end of the loop. It's time for Data League. Let's play. And a reminder that this pack has been written by Now. We'll cut that out. I think it's quite a tough one to start off with, but I'll see what all of you will make of it. We've got the Purge and the Escape Artists coming up later on in the evening by Zeus and Quizzle, respectively. So lots of good things to look forward to. But we'll start with a gentle game of Data Leak. And round 1, which is 5 degrees. You will be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle has a category and 5 clues. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. But there's no other penalty beyond that, so do keep pressing and guessing, and it's all whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot in this game, as Mark has just let us know there. It's just what I call it. What is a BD? It's like Phil Mitchell's crack hat. It's just got branding on it. Right. Incorrect sense frees you out for 8 seconds. Whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot. Not in public chat, please. Make sure you are whispering to the bot. In this round, I've just explained, you'll get a category, and the faster you can tell me what it is I'm talking about, the more points you get. If you all are ready, let's go to puzzle number 1. We are looking for an historical figure for 5. Subject of an 1848 Verdi opera. Before, his brother was the namesake of the capital of Hungary. And for 3, in fiction, Bram Stoker's Dracula was one of his descendants. And for 2, sometimes alleged to have died on his wedding night due to a nosebleed. Clive, the first one to break cover for 2 points here. And for 1, known by the epithet The Hun. That would be Attila the Hun. No further information. Tough one, yeah, tough one to start off with there. I did tell you this one was going to be challenging. Well done if you did manage to solve that. Let's go on to puzzle number 2. We're looking for an organ. A polar bear contains enough vitamin A to kill 52 people. Okay, that's something that's well known. As opposed to the last one. For 4 points, Fugu Chemo, banned in Japan in 1984, contained it. And 3, only solid human internal organ capable of full regeneration. Thank God. For 2, census taker's body part Hannibal Lecter ate with fava beans and a nice Chianti. Sooty Cat, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. And for a single point, the second heaviest organ of the human body after the skin. And that would be the liver. Yes, it's the only solid human internal organ capable of full regeneration. When proving this earlier on, I discovered that you can regenerate a full liver from just 30% of the original one. Which is good if you drink as much as I do. You want to get your liver to regenerate, although I don't know if it quite works like that. But well done if you solved that one. Yeah, polar bears, there's enough to kill 52 people. Enough vitamin A in the liver of the polar bear. So very well done if you got that. Let's move on. Puzzle number 3. We're looking for a capital city. For 5, situated on 14 islands. It's an A, B, me, and for 5, we'll play. For 4, home of the cuckold of Skepsbron. For 3, host of the 1912 Olympic Games. Two, site of the Normal Storg robbery, the namesake case in a famous syndrome. And for a single point, it's the capital of Sweden. Come on, Kegler, let's make it all green. Or not. Stockholm was the answer. Yeah, the cuckold of Skepsbron is a sculpture of a man's sad face with his wife's vagina underneath. Give it a Google after the quiz. And yes, the namesake case of Stockholm Syndrome, where the kidnapped people begin to feel empathy with their kidnappers. Most famously portrayed in the Oscar-nominated 1991, possibly 2 film, Beauty and the Beast. Stockholm was the answer. Let's move on to question or puzzle number 4, and we're looking for a drink. Or Helsinki Syndrome, as they said in Die Hard, indeed. For 5 points, a 160,000-litre barrel of it was delivered to the 1889 World's Fair. No one there. For 4, the Swedish tradition of vaskning involves pouring it down the sink. For 3, in 1967, Dan Gurney started a racing tradition involving it. There's a couple coming in now for 3. And for 2, it can only be legally produced in 319 villages. And for a single point, Dom Perignon is often mistakenly said to have invented the sparkling version of it. That would be champagne. Yes, it can only be produced in the Champagne region of France. Just like I sort of joked during the pandemic, it's not quarantine unless it's in the quarantine region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling lockdown. Yeah, the Dan Gurney racing tradition is all that spraying. Why am I doing that? The spraying nonsense they do at the end, and spraying, which I think is ridiculous. But yeah, that was Dan Gurney started that in 1967. There is a proposal to increase it to 357 villages from the current 319. I'm sure many of us are familiar with the Dom Perignon thing. He allegedly walked into the room and said, "Look, I'm drinking the stars." But I think it was actually an English invention, and Dom Perignon invented the cage that goes over the top. But he is synonymous with champagne for very many reasons. Literally could not care less. Well, I'll move on then, Sam, so I won't want to bore you. On we go. Puzzle number 5, last one of round 1. We're looking for a 20th century figure. For 5 points, he wrote The Right Way to Do Wrong, an expose of successful criminals. For 4 points, Clive, just sneaking in for 4, starred in The Master Mystery, one of the first films to feature a powered exoskeleton. For 3, they died in 1926, often mistakenly attributed to a punch in the stomach. A few coming in now for 3. And for 2, born in Budapest as Eric Weiss before adopting an alliterative name. And for a single point, took his stage name from Jean-Eugene Robert Houdin, the father of modern conjuring. And there's our full board of green. That would be Harry Houdini, famous escapologist. Yeah, sort of grandfather of magic, modern stage magic. Harry Houdini, very well done if you got that, which is everybody. That is the end of Puzzle 5. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. Why the delay? What delay? Text has no delay. It might be a latency thing. The text comes in real time. Yeah, text comes in the chat as the question is live, but due to latency, if you're running on 5 seconds latency, obviously you won't see the clue until 5 seconds or so after the it's been populated, as it were. Inga with an early lead of 16. Clive and Riff and Zeus all on 15. AB, me, Mark, Samps, we've got 14. Battyman, David and Prudes on 13. Arun and Topper on 12. Nando, Flyboy, Colo, Owen, Dalton and Pyro have got 11. Briggs got 10. Kegler and Natter and Shapes are on 9. BC and the Ferbster on 8. Anasep on 7. Colin on 5. Plenty of questions to go. Let's move on. Round 2. It's the content filter. You're going to be shown 5 puzzles once again, and each puzzle's got a category and 5 objects, events or characters that feature in the answer. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. Very similar to round number 1, except generally speaking the clues are a bit shorter. So if you got the hang of round 1, you should get the hang of round number 2. Categories are a little more specific, which may be a help or a hindrance. Let's see how we get on. Starting with puzzle number 1, we are looking for metro stations of a city. I want the city. For 5, Arc de Triomphe. I know a very funny joke about that pun about horses having a long face. 4, Clot. Zeus is in for 4. Very well played. Shapes also for 4. For 3, Urgel. And we are after the city. And for 2, Sagrada Familia. And for a single point, Barceloneta. Barcelona was the answer. Barceloneta being a big clue for you there at the end. Yeah, remember, the more clues are revealed, the more obvious the answer should be. They all seem familiar. Very good. Let's clear the board. On we go. Puzzle number 2. In this answer, we are looking for roles of an actor. We are looking for the actor. Terry Martin in Speed for 5. And for 4, Wiley Burp in An American Tale, Fievel Goes West. Battyman in for 4, very well played. Ferbs are also in for 4. For 3 now, Mike Connor in The Philadelphia Story. Well, there for 2, Scotty Ferguson in Vertigo. Samps are in for 2 now. David also in for 2. One more clue, George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life. Tricky one. It was never going to be easy with a cinema question from 2. That was James Stewart. Yeah, big film fans in here indeed, so welcome, Brick. Yeah, James Stewart. The Terry Martin in Speed was sneakily misleading, as this is the 1936 film Speed, not the famous 1994 thriller. Wiley Burp in An American Tale, Five Will Goes West was his final appearance in cinema. That was as a voice actor. He actually won the Best Actor Oscar for Mike Connor in The Philadelphia Story and was nominated for Best Actor as George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life. James Stewart is what we wanted there. Let's clear the board. Well done if you got some points out of that. As we go on to puzzle number 3, we are looking for a musical from the characters in it. Characters from a musical. Fred McCracken and Wacky. What is the musical that we're after here? For 4, Daniel Rooster Hannigan. Mark in for 4, or played. And Clive as well. For 3, Franklin D. Roosevelt. There's a 3-pointer. Innes, well played. And for 2, Oliver Daddy Warbucks. A few more solves coming in now for a single point then. Annie Bennett. Say what you see now. It's Annie, yes. Little Annie the musical, Little Orphan Annie. All acceptable answers there. Very well done, Annie Bennett. They're all characters from the musical Annie. Well done if you got points out of that. Puzzle number 4. We're looking for an author by their works. For 5, The Carpathian Castle. And for 4, Caravan the Inflexible. Batty Man solving for 4. For 3, 800 Leagues on the Amazon. Few coming in for solves here. For 2, From the Earth to the Moon. And for a single point, Around the World in 80 Days. That was Jules Verne, and for what it's worth, that was the question that Toot and I were umming and ahhing about. I thought we should have had From the Earth to the Moon at 3, and possibly 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea at 2, but Toot overruled me, and it seemed to have a fairly even spread, so it might be he was right. The Carpathian Castle was potentially what inspired Dracula, and I have a note here that also anyone who hates this question can blame a run for stealing the Conan Doyle one he had here originally. So any complaints, send them towards a run. Could you turn it down just a smidge, guys? Thank you. Yeah. I'll just call you out there, Run. No worries. One more puzzle in this round. Sometimes I don't know. Convergent thinking. I think Toot wrote a Conan Doyle question, and then your data leak pack came up, and it was unusable then. You were into what you got. I'm sorry. It was nice that you've got volume for a change, Clive. One more puzzle, and we are looking for things by example of the thing. For 5, Swedish Treskilling Yellow. Inca for 5, well played there. Alexandria Blue Boy for 4. Samster in for 4 now, well played. And AB me as well. For 3, Baden 9 Kreutzer Error. And for 2, Inverted Jenny. And for a single point, Penny Black. They're all stamps. They are stamp. They're an example of stamps. Also accepted. Postage stamp or postage stamps. Plural or singular, either was fine. Well done if you solved that. It's the end of puzzle 5, the end of round 2. Let's clear the board, check out the scores. Inca in the lead with 31. Battyman and Samstone tied in second with 27. Mark's got 26. Clive and Zeus on 25. AB, me and David on 22. Nando and Riff on 21. Proves on 20. Arun on 19. Shaped on 18. Flyboy, Keglat, Kolo and Pyro all on 16. Brig and Topper with 15. BC's got 14. And Dalton on 13. Natter and Ferbster on 12. Anisep and Colin on 10. Jenny gave it away for you there. Good. So that's the name of the game. Eventually you'll see a clue that'll get you into it, and all will be well. We're going to go to round number 3. Explain the rules, and then tell you how this is not actually what this round is, because Toot's done something completely different with it, as is his wont. It's technically called Any Other Name. You'll be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle has 5 different descriptions of the same word. That's not happening tonight. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed, and incorrect attempts read you out for 8 seconds. Except this time, all of them are on a similar category, but you've got a missing word. Okay, and the missing word in all of these is the same, and by a happy coincidence, all of the things in each puzzle are the same sort of thing. So you probably could have a category, but there won't be one shown, but I might give you one anyway. I might just give you a category because it will become obvious after a few, unless Toot suddenly appears in the chat and tells me, no, don't do that. Hey, Nando, by the way, welcome to the stream, dude. So yeah, you're after the missing word, the word that fills in. There'll be something that says blank, and the same missing word will fill in all of the ones you're given. It'll make sense in a minute. 50 seconds on the clock, and we're looking for, well, number 1. The 5. Maurice Richard, ice hockey, nicknamed The Blank. So these are all sporting personalities that share a nickname. Rod Laver, tennis, nicknamed The Blank. So sporting personalities that share a nickname. For 3, Ronnie O'Sullivan, snooker, nicknamed The Blank. For 2, Rocco Baldelli, baseball, nicknamed The Wound Socket Blank. And for 1, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, sprinting, nicknamed Pocket Blank. They're all nicknamed Rocket. I did say I thought Ronnie O'Sullivan was perhaps a bit high. Toot's argument against that was that for our transatlantic friends who maybe don't follow the snooker, the ones that rhyme might be more of a clue. Roger Clemens. What about Roger Clemens? Is he a rocket as well? Yeah, they're all nicknamed the Rocket. Okay, everyone happy with the rules? That's basically what it's going to be for the rest of the round. Moving on to puzzle number 2. And I think these are all TV shows with a missing word. And the word is the same. For 5. Linda Blank, 2001 to 2002. Shapes in for 5, well played. Super Electro, welcome to the game. For 4, Blank Wing, 2004 to 2007. For 3, Dixon of Dock Blank, 1955 to 1976. For 2, Blank Acres, 1965 to 1973. And for a single point, Extreme Fishing with Robson Blank, 2008 to 2011. Green is the answer. Brillin Stimmer, welcome to the stream. If you would like to play the game, you need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot, RJKA. If you could not be posting answers into the public chat, just in the interest of keeping things anonymised, as it were. But by all means, do come and join the game. Welcome to the show, welcome to the stream, and whisper to the bot that code RJKA if you'd like to come and join us, and then whisper answers to the bot. From that point on, they are all TV shows with green in the name, green being the missing word. Let's clear the board and go on to puzzle number 3. These are all songs, and we'll give you the artist and the year as well, and they've got the same missing word. All songs. Puzzle number 3. For 5. Blank Beaky, The Trial of Hissing Sid, 1980. Cruise in for 5. Some niche music knowledge there, well played. For 4, Blank Beefheart, Yellow Brick Road, 1967. 3, Blank and Tenil. Tenil? Love Will Keep Us Together, 1975, for 3. They're actually artists, is what you're after. 2, Blank Sensible, Happy Talk, 1982. To Neil, thank you, Mark. For a single point, Blank Tom Moore, You'll Never Walk Alone, 2020. Perhaps I wasn't helpful there by saying you're after the song. You're actually after the missing word in the artist, and the song was also given. I misread the question, but to be fair, there was no category, so don't take anything I say at face value. Captain was the missing word in that one, or those ones there. On to the next one, and I'm going to double check this very carefully. The missing word, Captain Sir Tom Moore. Can't believe the disrespect for it. Indeed, so welcome, Inca. This one, the missing word is in the book, but you're also going to be given the author for 5 points. Puzzle number 4. Bring back this properly. For 5, Henry Fielding, The Life and Death of Jonathan Wild, The Blank. Same missing word across all 5 of the puzzles. For 4, Ken Casey, Sometimes a Blank Notion. I'd have got it there for a reason I'll explain at the end. For 3, Michael Crichton, The Blank Train Robbery. For 2, Roald Dahl, Charlie and the Blank Glass Elevator. No prizes for guessing what's at 1, F. Scott Fitzgerald, The Blank Gatsby. Full green board, which is nice to see. Your word there was great. So I would have got that for a fairly archaic reason when I was at university, still a fairly long time ago. We didn't have Facebook, or Facebook was just in its infancy then, so we used to communicate on MSN Messenger. I remember one of my best mates from back home where I grew up, his MSN name for the longest time was Sometimes a Great Notion. And I never knew what it meant, and I never bothered to look it up. It was before the days when you just Googled stuff. Until I came to proof this pack. And it turns out it is the title of a book. Mark and Owen Dalton, I'll cash those pennies in at the end of the game. Not quite the dial-up days. We were into broadband days at that point, but it wasn't Wi-Fi, Nando. And it was at a point, we didn't have Wi-Fi, it was still a hardwired RJ45 connection, but it was in the days when internet wasn't such a given that it came free. I had to pay an extra £100 a year in my halls of residence for the internet. You miss the days of dial-up. Those noises, they were the best. I see I have a lot of people cashing in pennies. I will cash those in at the end of the game. I remember dial-up. I remember dial-up pre-uni. And then, Mum say, I need to use the phone. Get off the internet. Right-click in the taskbar, in the system tray at the bottom. Right-click, disconnect. Those are the days. Don't miss those days. I also remember at school trying to download videos and save them on floppy disks. Show me the quiz. Is there a show me the quiz? Oh, it's just a highlighted message. I was going to say, I didn't think that was the word. Sorry, I'll move things on to the final puzzle of this round. And in this, I'm not quite sure what the category is here. There may not be one. But let's see what you make of it. The missing word, however, is the same all the way through. Here we go. Puzzle number 5. For 5. Blank Connection Trial. Criminal Trial, 1985 to 1987. Hey, Minky, Liswitz, welcome both of you to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, it's important before picking up the receiver and just disconnecting the downloads. Go like 2 kilobytes a second. Next, for 4 points, Blank Tower. It's a video game from 2023. For 3, 2 Guys, a Girl, and a Blank Place. TV series, 1998 to 2001. For 2, Mystic Blank, movie from 1998. And for a single point, Blank Hut, restaurant chain. That would be Pizza. Very well played, all of you. Yeah, connection trial, a pizza connection trial. It's the longest trial in US history, which is at least somewhat interesting, according to Two. And Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. The title was shortened to Two Guys and a Girl for later seasons, but it was originally And a Pizza Place. But yeah, it was the days of dial-up internet. So warning. I remember trying to download, I think it was Stan by Eminem, which was like 7 megabytes, and having to wait like 25 minutes to download it. And it's like, and then have to play it on Winamp. Anyone else remember Winamp? Early form of desktop MP3 player before VLC was a thing. Yeah, you still use Winamp? You don't, David. Oh man, those were the days. And so yeah, you just had to wait. Now it's just you just stream it through Spotify or whatever. But my Winamp, oh god, it was orange. I might have been the default skin, to be honest. I remember experimenting with them and never liking them very much. But yeah, oh god, we started a nostalgia trip here tonight at game night. But yeah, for those of you who aren't old enough to have voted yet, you might not know what we're talking about, but it still whips the llama's ass. Those are the days. Hey Mickey, welcome on into the game. That's the end of round 3. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. Remember, I had a friend who knew things about the internet. He was more well versed on the internet. He used to tell me about things like LimeWire and ShareIser and Kazaa, and it's just after Napster. Napster was already dead, but there were a million different clones of it springing up. And yeah, Kazaa. And LimeWire I used for a bit, and now, of course, yeah, you know, it's early precursor to torrents. Which are the things. I think torrents were around then, but the torrents seem to be the way that, so I'm told, the way that things work these days. How were you born in 84, Owen Dalton, as your username suggests? Because if you were actually born in 94, then that would check out. Okay, born in 99. So yeah, LimeWire was around before that. LimeWire has been around since I was in high school, which was early noughties. We're having a chat. We do this in Data League sometimes. I've been very, very quick through it tonight. Come on, we're having a chat and everyone's friends. If you don't want to involve yourself in the chat, that's fine. But having a nice chat, a nice nostalgia trip. We're in his 12th. You are ancient, Bruce. You're well old. Anyway, at the end of round 3, Innes has got the lead with 48. Mark's got 45. Samson's in third with 44. David's up to 41. Battyman's got 40. Nando, Riff, and Zeus all on 37. Clive and Shapes on 35. Prug's on 34. Arun 33. AB, me, and Kegler on 31. Brig and Coda on 29. Pyro Pygmy on 24. Toppers on 22. BC and Colin on 21. Owen Dalton and Verbster on 20. Flyboy's got 19. Anna Sepp on 18. Nafta on 17. Silver Electron on 10. And 8 Minky's just joined the game. But so yet to score, but plenty of time still. Oh, it was your race number. Fair enough. Through free serve on my 56k free serve. Fun fact: for a very long time, my parents' email address was the name of the house followed by a number, and then they had at freeserve.org.uk or co.uk. And they kept that up after they moved house, thus the name of the house changed, and after they were no longer with FreeServe. But for the longest time, like up until I was at uni, it was just, you know, by the time the broadband's coming and free email domains, yeah, they used a FreeServe email address. Oh, Beehive Bedlam, Sam. Fucking hell, many hours lost to that game. But the thing is, Beehive Bedlam, it shows you up as being middle class, because you had to have Sky Digital to play Beehive Bedlam. You played it on the remote control. So the days before you could download apps on your phone, you used to play games through your Sky box. Oh, big fun. Anyway, having a lovely little nostalgia trip here, so thank you all for the memories. Let's play on to round number 4. Round 4 is the clue chain. You will be shown 5 puzzles, and each puzzle has a category of 5 clues with letters gradually being added to each. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Spelling must be exact in this round. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. Now, earlier on when I tested the build, I got a soft lock on the game because it's old and poorly programmed. And I realised that was because there were hyphens in the answers. So I patched it out, he says, before the game soft locks again. I patched it out, it should now work. But what it does mean, the consequence of that, is that some, not all, but some of these answers have got hyphens in them, and they will be hidden in the answers and not treated like a space. So if you had let's say free serve was separated by a hyphen, rather than that being 4, 1, and 5, it would present as one 10-letter word. All right, so there are hyphens in here, and you must include them if there is a hyphen in the answer. So bear that in mind. If hyphens are revealed, you must include them. And yes, in before soft lock. I did test it earlier on because I had a little niggling doubt at the back of my mind that anything involving hyphens in this round caused problems in soft locks because, again, poorly optimized, poorly programmed. So why it's on the shortlist to be redone. Knowing what I know now. So you've been warned, hyphens in some of these, possibly including the first one. We'll find out. And there is definitely a theme to this round, as you will see very shortly. And you might think you know the theme after the first one, but you may not. You might think, oh, I see what this theme is. Well, maybe the theme is even bigger than that. Anyway, let's play. Round 4, puzzle number 1. We are looking for, no soft look, an answer smash, UN Secretary General and a song. 375. Very well played, Mark. Before now, that's very helpful RNG today. Good RNG. Remember, you must include the hyphen if there is one. For 3, still no sign of a hyphen. Let's give it away, there is a hyphen in this. For 2, oh my god, it's still a hyphen still hasn't come out. But there is one in here, I promise. And for 1, oh look at that, it's giving you the whole thing. 3 point. I love that. Banky Moon River, wider than a mile. Plot twist, it's all hyphens. Yeah, so there's your UN Secretary General and a song. Banky Moon and Moon River. Banky Moon River. I'm picturing it out. Very well done if you solved that one. Let's go on to puzzle number 2. We're looking for answer smash, UN Secretary General and a song. 3, 12, 4, 4. For 5. This one's a bit harder. Wow, Shades for 5. Well played. Inca for 4. For 3. This is a tough one. For 2. You don't know any other UN Secretary Generals. You're not going to enjoy the rest of this round then, David, I fear. For 1. Dag Hammarskjöld Town Road. Yeah, that's tough. Dag Hammarskjöld Town, I think, and Town Road. Just going to double check that. No, Dan Hammarskjöld, and is it Hammarskjöld Town Road? I don't even know. Old Town Road. Oh, yes, we're overlapping. Old Town Road. Thank you, chat. I should have just looked to the chat. Yes, Dag Hammarskjöld and Old Town Road were the two there. Very well done if you did manage to solve that. We'll go on to puzzle number 3. This one's a little bit shorter. Have a look at this. We're looking for a UN Secretary General and a song. 111 for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Yeah, this is quite niche. And for 1. This is very mean that it's not revealed the hyphen, because the hyphen here was in the song name. It's Youthant and Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. Yeah, the hyphen catching you out. I've just checked that there is hyphenated on that Taylor Swift song. Youthant and Anti-Hero. The bloody hyphen has caught you all. Oh, I feel bad. A little bit. On we go, and I will tell you this next one does not have a hyphen. Puzzle number 4, we are looking for an answer smash, a UN Secretary General, and a song, 712 for 5. For 4. Samson's there. Nando and a runner there. Inca's there. Zeus is there, all for 4, well played. For 3. For 2. And for 1. I believe the current UN Secretary General, Antonio Gutierrez, and respect, Aretha Franklin's respect, Antonio Gutierrez respect. Maybe you know what they had thought, yeah. Guta respect. Yeah, no, there's no hyphen in that one, Abe. Well done if you did manage to solve it. One more puzzle in this round, and we're looking for answer smash, UN Secretary General, and a song, 473 for 5. This might be my favourite, to be honest. For 3. Well done, Shapes. First to break cover, just in for 3. For 2. And for 1. Kofi and Nancy Boy. Silver Electron, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Kofi Annan and Nancy Boy. Very well done if you got that. Don't worry about the wrong box there, BC. Happens to us all. But yes, Kofi and Nancy Boy. You ever heard of Kofi Annan? Yeah, Kofi Annan I've heard of. I'd heard of all of them, actually, apart from Dag Hammarskjöld was the only one I hadn't heard of. I've got a note here from one that didn't make the cut. I really wanted to do Boutros Garlice's Restaurant Massacre. Boutros Ghali. But yeah, that would be Hallis's Restaurant Massacre. Is that what that is? Lice's Restaurant Massacre. I didn't check it. Alice's Restaurant Massacre. There we go. Yeah, Boutros Ghali and Alice's Restaurant Massacre. Kofi Banana Rubber joke. Oh, that would have been great. That would have been great, Ape, if it had been UN Secretary Generals and artists. Would have been quite fun. Well done if you made it through round 4. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. Ink is still with a lead, but not a huge one. Currently on 65. Mark in second on 61. Samster in third with 56. David just behind on 54. Then Shapes on 50. Zeus has 47. Nando's on 45. Arun on 44. Battyman 43. Riff on 42. Clive on 41. Prugs 39. AB Me 38. Briggs on 33. Kegler and Colo on 31. Topper's got 27. Anasep and Colin and Pyro all on 25. BC and OM Dalton on 24. Flyboy's got 23. Natter on 21. Ferbster on 20. Silver Electron 13. And Ape on 8. So, Batman. One more round to grab some points. Potentially 25 points up for grabs in this round. Things are happening. Oh, there's a suggestion in the server. Topper, to your point in suggestions, hyphens shouldn't be blanked out in my opinion. They should be revealed immediately from clue 1, 5 points, because players will get them confused with letters. Wondertaz, thank you for the follow. And yes, Topper, that was my intention, but when I realised at about 1 o'clock this afternoon that the algorithm was broken and was causing a soft lock, I thought, what's better, having hidden hyphens or having a soft lock if there's an answer with hyphens in it? I erred on the side of, let's just put the hyphen in the blank because it was an easier fix, rather than unpicking my terrible algorithm that sorts that round. When this game gets remade, that is something that will, of course, get next, because that's a very obvious point that hyphens, as much like with things like Wheel of Fortune, should be revealed from the beginning. But yes, thank you for the point there, Topper, and coming right back to you on that. Hopefully that is a satisfying response. On we go, round number 5. And it's all a blur. You're going to be shown 5 pictures. Each picture has a category, and the picture will gradually come into sharper focus. Points decrease every 10 seconds. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. Is it going to get the... I mean, to be fair, this is all... I think it's already on its sort of second iteration. I sort of semi-rebuilt it when I updated the Unity version, but I didn't change any of the logic. I just changed the background shader. But yeah, this will be getting the distinction treatment. Don't know if it's going to go through a studio, if I'll just stick with the UI canvas display, because it's kind of a wordy game. The Infinity Stones, they're fine. The batteries are all pretty much dead, so I need to replace them, which is why they're not being switched on at the moment, because, well, that one's got a little bit of life in it. Anyway, but yeah, thank you for asking, Zeus. So, it's the blur round. There's still 25 points up for grabs, and at the 2-point clue mark, you will get a cryptic clue to help you towards the answer if the picture isn't making any sense. Can I use the power stone to recharge them? That'd be nice. Here we go, puzzle number 1, and we're looking for a musical group for 5. For 4. There's our first soul, Samson followed by Shakes, followed by Nafta, followed by Bruce, followed by AB Me. For 3. And for 2, Young Guns would just go for it. Wanda Taz, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well, thank you for that follow. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. For a single point now. This game's almost reached its conclusion, but you're welcome to come and join the next one, which will be starting in about 5 to 10 minutes' time. That's Wham! Wham, with or without the exclamation mark, was fine. And the estate of George Michael for saying the cheeky girls first. Well, you got to the answer eventually, didn't you? Did you say? Yeah, you got 4 points eventually.
Well, that's all right then.
Very well done if you managed to get Wham. Let's clear the board and move on to puzzle number 2. We are looking for an actress for 5. If you whisper Wonder Taz to Persephone's Twitch spot, that code that's in the top left, RJKA, you'll be brought into the game for 4 points. For 3, Mark just getting in on a 4 there. Very well played for 3 now. And for 2, you could argue she was cut from the Shawshank Redemption. She wasn't, she was in it. But... And for 1. Wow, not enough people seeing Shawshank Redemption here. That's Rita Hayworth, who was... as she was a sort of a plot point in the original Stephen King short story, Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, she was... well, that was the title of the novel, but the film did have a clip from her, a film within a film, in The Shawshank Redemption, the 1994 film. But that is Rita Hayworth, and note from 2, the short story Shawshank was entitled Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. No, it was Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. There was no article in the book. Her poster does appear in the film, but this is a screenshot from Gilda. Shawshank Redemption. And Shawshank Redemption literally I suppose she was, wasn't she? God, now you've said that, I can't unsee that. There was Raquel, who was another pin-up person. Were there no other women in that film? Bloody, I suppose there weren't, were there? Bloody hell, Frank Darabont. That's so smart when you got that one. Yeah, a satisfying one, especially if whether you got it from the picture clue or from the Shawshank reference. Either way, good effort. We're going on to puzzle number 3, and we're looking for, if everyone's got one of these, a junk drawer item. For 5. For 4. And for 3. BC's the first in here for 3 points. And for 2, the world's longest was 57.5 feet long. And for a single point now. Say what you see. They're receipts. They are. They clutter up your junk drawer. For me, it's my wallet. I tend to leave receipts in my wallet, and then every 3 or 4 months I just have a mass clear out, decide I don't need any of them anymore, and they all go in the recycling. But yes, receipts. Well done if you got that. Who keeps receipts in a toot, apparently, Bruce? Welcome to the game Wonder Taz. You get to do the last 2 picture puzzles, and just a reminder to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. Not to me, I see that you've whispered to me, but whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. It's the bot that asks the questions in the chat. Otherwise, your answers won't be processed and will likely be deleted by a moderator. No problem. So you got the last 2 questions of this game, and then you get to join the next one, which is done through the app anyway, which is a bit, I think, easier to access. On we go, puzzle number 4, and we're looking for a video game. For 5, Not a Cat, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us, hope you're keeping well. A couple of players straight for 5, 4 now. And for 3. Play it right now, Batty Man, nice. For 2, I heard the sequel is called NTSC Planet. Very clever clue from Toot there. And for 1. That would be Pal World, which is not something I've played, I have to admit, but apparently, according to Batman, it's the first major boss. Well done. If you got that point onto the board for Wonder Taz as well, joining just in time for the last couple of puzzles. Poker gun, so it did look a bit like an angry Pikachu at the top. Just to check in with the scores, Mark can hope for a tied gold if he gets this last clue for 5, and Inca doesn't get it at all. All Inca has to do is solve at any time to secure the gold, and if Mark doesn't get it within 5, he can only hope for the silver. Battle on between Mark and Samsa, though, to the silver spot, and with David with an outside chance of being able to pull up to silver and a chance of getting bronze, but at the moment looking to go out on the bubble. One more puzzle, let's see what you make of it. Puzzle number 5. It's a TV show. For 5. Oh, a run and Nando straight in for 5. Samsa getting 5 as well, currently in the silver medal spot. David moves to the bronze spot, tied with Mark at the moment if he can't solve it. 4 points available now. 3 now. And Mark's got it and taken the bronze spot. Samsa's snuck into silver, and there's a 1 point difference between gold, silver and bronze tonight. Lovely to see a nice tight end there. For 2 points, Roger, Kareen, Alan and Claudia sure love death. And for a single point. That is I believe, the American version of The Traitors. And Alan Cumming there in the background. Of course, Claudia Winkelmann hosting the UK version. Show is inescapable. I've still managed to escape it. I've never seen an episode, but I keep meaning to. It's on the to-do list of things to watch, but haven't quite gotten around to it yet. Not actual death, except Claudia. She loves it. Very good. That's the end of the puzzle, the end of the round, and the end of the quiz. So let's clear the board and check out the final scores. And it's Mark who takes the bronze with 71. Samster sneaking past him at the end with 72 taking the silver. And it's Inca who takes the gold with 75 points. Good game all round. Of course, times your score by 5. That's what you'll be given in pennies, which if you're new is our internal channel currency, and go all towards the end of season raffle where you can win some prizes. Or the penny prize draw, as we call it. That's the end of the game. Thank you. Tough pack to start the night off, but we've still got another couple of games to stretch your trivia chops out. We've got the Purge coming up and the Escape Artist after the break. Just a quick heads up, if you want to play the Purge, you will need to get the app. Current version is 0.5.3, so if you're using a standalone version, either downloading the PC or the Mac version, make sure you've got the right version, otherwise you may not get all the data packets and you might miss questions. If you're using the browser version and you didn't play last week, then you'll need to authorize your account through the Twitch chat, but that won't take you very long. If you're already authorized, great. But that's for the next game, The Purge, and then later on we've got The Escape Artist on Hackbox. It's another game I think I need to redo with the Universal Controller and the new template, but that's a next month problem. Yes, if you're new, do come and join in the Discord server where you get up to the minute information about what's coming up, and you can contribute to either feedback on games or question writing or many other things. There's a few penny cash-ins that I'm going to put in during the break, but we are going to go for a short break. I'll play some adverts, so if you're not subbed, you'll see some ads, but don't worry, we won't start the next game without you, so there'll be 3 minutes of ads, and then we'll get into the next game, which will be The Purge by Zeus. Much to look forward to there. Can I once again thank Now Cut That Out for a challenging start to the evening, but lots of different information, lots of different trivia in there, so a lot of fun hopefully you had there. And Toot, thank you on the VOD, if you're watching on the VOD, because I'm not sure you're here right now, but hope you're well, and thank you for the question pack. Don't go away, because when we return, we will be playing The Purge by Zeus. If you don't want to miss it, we'll see you there. And -485, thank you 8minky for the suggestion. You need to type it again if you actually want that prize. So -485 if you want 485 pennies. And coming up after the break, we've got The Purge by Zeus, where I will dim the lights and raise the desk, and in preparation to stand through The Purge. Play through the app, so make sure you've got it handy. We're going to play some adverts, so if you subbed, you will get to enjoy the electro swing. If not, you'll get some adverts, but we won't start the next game without you. Lots to look forward to still this game night. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Staying together, you always seem to change your mind.
Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it's time for the Purge KWDJ on the Universal Client app, if you would like to take part in the game this evening. QR code there if you're playing on a mobile device, URL if you're playing on a desktop device, and the code that you'll need. If it is the first time you've used the app, or the first time you've used it since it was updated last weekend, then you will need to validate your account by whispering an extra code into the chat, but you'll only need to do that once. Thereafter it will persist until such time as I update it again, probably when I redo either data leak or cryptex, because I think both of those will probably need bespoke templates for them. Welcome Vertex Shell and Tadaru to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. This pack has been written by Zeus. There's a lot to like about it. I've proved it myself. It's very fair all the way through. Really good curve, really good difficulty curve. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this. But I will let you decide. I just love the trivia for the first question. It's reminded me of the thing in the trivia, which is enormously funny, which I'll share with you in the fullness of time. But do come join the game if you'd like to play. I see a few people joining, but not verified yet. There we go, Taz. Well done on getting that sorted. Yeah, come join the game for the Purge. Lot to like in this pack. I'm going to take this opportunity to plug a few things. First of all, next week on game night, as we get into the evening of the season, it seems quite quick because we're only at the end of February, but next week we have got, for your quizzing delight and pleasure, Plinko the Quiz by Ramsey, Google That by Arun, and Risky Business by Riff Raccoon. Lots to look forward to next week. That's Saturday the 2nd of March, 8 PM right here, twitch.tv/royal_flush. Yes, Risky Business, indeed, Risky Business. Sorry, I misspoke. The week after that, penultimate stream of the season, Crossfire by Oni, Distinction by Lingo, and Danger Zone by Lupine. And that is, of course, the precursor to the big stream on Saturday the 16th of March, starting at 11 AM, where we have got Plinko, Risky Business, Bidding War, Guest Game. I've got to be careful now because I've actually written the guest games out here. Hacker, Data Leak, Cryptex, or I could just read the other slide that's there. Data Leak, Cryptex, another guest game, Battlefront, Red Herrings, The Purge, Distinction, another guest game, Crossfire, The Abyss, The Escape Artist, and Danger Zone. It's going to be a good day, and we're raising money for a great cause, so please do come along if you can. That's Saturday the 16th of March, 3 weeks from today. All of this information and more, of course, is available in the Discord server, so if you want more information, do come and join. It'll be lovely to have you. This pack of the Purge, written by Zeus. Abyss, yes, the Abyss. That's how Sean Connery would have said it. Do come and join. Oh yeah, it pops your name up if I hover over you, but you can't see the mouse, so it might just look like I'm just ran. Amster. I got Sam, but I'm not a Samster. Yeah. Chris the Purge. Very nice. You can see all your names down here, so you can see who's in. Seems a little quiet tonight, actually. It's 25 in, but obviously people got other things to do on a Saturday evening. Ape, welcome into the game. I'm thinking I might, at some point, not in the next fortnight certainly, but maybe moving into the next season, I might start doing the odd Tuesday stream again. Now things at work are, well, basically now I'm into routines, and I'm not over in Wales quite as much as I was when I first started. I'm feeling like the time, it probably won't be a full thing. Probably won't be a full thing on Tuesday night. It might just be one game every 2 or 3 weeks, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. So happy for... Oh, that's good to hear, Taz. Thank you very much for the kind words. Yeah, it's lovely to have you here. And yeah, I know Huds has got a very wholesome community over the way. We do collabs from time to time, including maybe in 3 weeks. Who knows? But you're very welcome here, and glad you're having a good time. So yeah, I'm thinking I might reintroduce the odd Tuesday stream, just like a single game at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday evening. I don't know, I'll see it from sort of season 13 on. But yeah, that's something I'm sort of poodling over at the moment, giving some thought to. You're having a RAM issue, Nata. They're the worst. That's RAM pro... That would explain that. Nat's RAM props. Yeah, RAM props are the worst. On my previous build, previous machine, I had a one RAM stick corrupted and it kept causing a crash, and I had to, one at a time, figure out which RAM stick it was. Fortunately, the motherboard was very helpful in telling me it's the RAM, I don't like the RAM, and I just ran on 12 gigabytes of RAM for about 3 years until I could be asked to get another stick. A pair of sticks, you should do RAM in pairs. Right, we've got 27 players in the game. You can join, I think, at any time. I'm not sure if you get a seat if you join at any time. No, gigs. Not kilobytes, gigs, gigabytes. Yeah, 12 kilobytes of RAM. It's not going to get you very far in this day and age. Anyway, it's 20 past 9. So, we should get this game underway. I'm going to count you down from 10, 9, to the... Oh yeah, no, that's not good. That's not what you want, Nata. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play. Okay, it has got anytime entry, which is good. So anyone lurking, if you want to come and join us, you can still do that. The code is there. Here's how to play. I think I do instructions. Yes, I do. Answer multiple choice questions. If the group collectively fails to stay under the breakpoint, a purge is triggered, in which all incorrect and abstaining players must partake. If a player answers the purge question correctly, they rejoin the game and carry on. If not, they are eliminated. Play continues until 20 questions have been answered, 5 purges have taken place, or 5 or fewer players remain, whichever occurs first. And those surviving players move on to the final purge. The most important thing is that breakpoint that as a group you must collectively stay under. As ever with this game though, we are going to start with a tiebreak, which may or may not come into effect. It depends what the end game condition ends up being. But in case we need a tiebreak, here's that question. To clarify on this will be in the form of a number. Give me a numerical answer. The distance away from the answer is what your score will be. You are looking for as low a score as possible. This question will be a numeric one. Bit of a warm-up into the game, may or may not come into effect, but you've got 20 seconds to answer it. Here is the question. How many live births in England and Wales were recorded in 2022? Give me a number. Incidentally, anyone who doesn't give me an answer is given int.max, which is not good when you're looking for as low a score as possible. Someone cleverer than me will be able to tell you exactly what int.max is in C#, but it's about, is it 10 significant figures, 11 significant figures? It's big anyway. Just scanning down the answers, order of magnitude. The answer, for what it's worth, 605,479 was the answer. Just trying to pass the orders of magnitude away. Most players look to be 6 figures away from the correct answer. So let's see if there's anyone who's down to 2 figures away. One player is actually 7 figures away. So remember, I accidentally gave the game away last time by saying who was who, which I don't want to do because part of this is that you're anonymised. The lowest, the closest that I can see is about 250-odd thousand away, 240-odd thousand away, I think is actually the... Oh, no, I found one more. Is that 105,000 away. So just to give you an idea of where people are, 105,000 away, roughly, looks to be the closest. So if that is you, as I think it tells you how far you're away on your app, or you might be able to work it out, that puts you into good stead. But that may or may not be a factor. As we go to the main part of the game, the breakpoint starts at 50%. If 50% or more of you are wrong, we go to a purge, and all who are wrong or abstained are thrown into that purge. If not, we go on with the game. And we're going to start with 2 options per question. And for question 1, your options are Emmanuel Macron, Anthony Albanese. Which of these people is currently a Prime Minister of a European country? reminder that abstention is treated as wrong in this game, so do say something. Or indeed a president of a European country. Have I got that? Have I missed that? It's not a problem. I can tell you it's not a problem. The answer is Emmanuel Macron, who might actually be the president of France, rather than the Prime Minister. Yeah, he is the president of France. Apologies for that. But yeah, whereas Anthony Albanese is a Prime Minister, but he's Australia. Yeah, he's Australia. And I've been told by Zeus to say France, yelled in the same way as the French entrant for Miss Universe, which I might do you later on. I don't think that's been too damaging. Most people have hooked onto the European part rather than the Prime Minister part, but it's a recipe for an impossible question there, Zeus, if you're watching on the VOD. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Purge territory straight away. Nah. 19% getting that one wrong. One player abstained on that one, accounting for 4%. 4 going for Albanese, and 22 going for Emmanuel Macron. Apologies for that, but yes, most players inferring what was meant by the question. But yes, I appreciate that was should have said Prime Minister / President is what it should have said. Moving on, we lower the breakpoint by 10% and down to 40 now. Question number 2, and your options are 21st, 20th. In which century was the first version of the iPod released? Some nostalgia earlier on. Time. What's an iPod? Precursor to an iPhone or correct answer is... What's the 21st? I was surprised when I read this. I thought it was earlier. It was 2001. So it's the 21st century, just into the 21st century, but very much unambiguously the 21st century. Yeah, an iPhone without cell service, very much that. If you got that one wrong, then you're going to contribute to this meter going up. If more than 40% are there, then we are going into Purge number 1. Let's find out who was wrong. Start the meter. We've avoided it, but only just. There was, again, one abstention on that one, accounting for 4%. Remember, abstention is treated as wrong, so just say something. Might be right. 33% going for 20 of 9 players, and 17 getting the right answer. You know who you are. I'm not going to reveal any more than that. But well done if you were correct. I turned it to Mario. I did a little bit. Well done if you did get that one right. You've saved everyone, and we go back to the game. We lower the breakpoint by another 10%, now down to 30%. Let's see what you make of this one. Still 2 options, and they are lead, tin. Which of these elements takes its name from the Latin word stannum? Time. There was one abstention again there. The correct answer was tin. It's SN on the periodic table, which may have been your in there. Yes, tin is SN from the Latin stannum. Some combination of, I think, something in silver. Silver and iron, maybe, is where that derivation comes from. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. No drama there. 1 incorrect and 1 abstention on that one, totaling 7%. 93% were correct, 25 getting it right, and we play on. We lower the breakpoint to 20%. If 20% or more of you are incorrect, we go to a purge. Let's take a look at the question. Options are Louisiana, Tennessee. An airport named after musician Louis Armstrong can be found in which American state? Time. Correct answer is Louisiana. Louis Armstrong was, of course, born in New Orleans in Louisiana. Don't have the year there, but that's why he's got an airport named after him. Mark's anticipating a purge here. Well, let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. Yeah, you're not wrong, Mark. Purge has been triggered. 33% of you were wrong. One of you abstained, which means 10 players are going into this first purge. If you are amongst the 63% who got this one right, you can relax. You don't need to worry about this. You can still answer the question because it's still worth extra pennies, but you are under no pressure to answer it. If you got it wrong or you abstained, you are under pressure to answer this question, because if you get it wrong or you abstain now, you are eliminated from the game. Purge questions are from a different subset and have their own difficulty curve. They start easy and get harder, and they all have a little bit of a theme running through them. But first of all, let's find out who is in Purge number 1. AB Me, Amster, Prug, Stimpson, Anasep, Silver Electron, Mark, Shapes, Taz, and BC. You all got that question wrong or abstained on it. You must answer this Purge question correctly in order to continue with the game. You've got 20 seconds and a full answer is required. It is not multiple choice. Good luck to you all. Here is the question. What a wonderful world. Last Sunday at the 77th BAFTAs, Christopher Nolan won Best Director and Cillian Murphy won Best Actor for which film released on the same day in 2023 as Barbie? Remember, you can answer even if you're not in this purge for points. And there's time. Correct answer was Oppenheimer. Of course, famous for the Barbenheimer craze of last July. Oppenheimer was the right answer. If you didn't give me that, you were about to be purged from the game. Who was right and who was wrong? Look at that. You've all got it right. Very well played, you 10. You all get to survive and come back to the game. Of course, our first tiebreak metric, if we need a tiebreaker come the end of the game, is how many questions you got right in total, not including purge questions. So if you've got one wrong, so you're slightly on the back foot against everyone else who got it right, but you do get to carry on with the game, and just this once, Rose, everybody lives. On we go. Oh, there's the ping that means everyone got it right. We reset the breakpoint back to what it started at plus 10%, so the breakpoint is now back up at 60%. We have still got 2 options for this question, and they are Turner Prize, Booker Prize. Which of these awards was established earliest? The correct answer was the Booker Prize, founded in 1969. The Booker Prize, or the Man Booker Prize, it's had a number of different names, but the Booker Prize is what it was originally in 1969. The Turner Prize not until 1984. So, breakpoint is 60%. How many of you were wrong? Start the meter. Bloody hell. Pretty close. 56% of you were incorrect there. But, yeah, 44%. So under half, but enough to survive on this question at least. 12 of you getting the Booker Prize, 15 going for the Turner Prize. No abstentions on that question. But yeah, very close to the breakpoint there. But we do manage to sneak under it. And we move on to the next question. Dropping the breakpoint to 50% and increasing the options to 3 options per question for this one, and they are Roy, Jackson, Michaels. Kendall, Roman and Siobhan are members of a TV family created by Jesse Armstrong who all share what surname? Time. They're all members of the Roy family from the TV show Succession, which everyone tells me I should see because it's the greatest show since Breaking Bad, or possibly The Wire, but haven't gotten around to yet. On my long list of shows that I need to watch. Roy was the correct answer. How many of you gave me that? Let's find out. Start the meter. You guys are playing with fire tonight. 48% getting that one wrong. The cursed ratio is there again. 52% were correct. 26% going for Jackson, 19% going for Michael's. One abstention on that one. You must give me an answer. Abstentions do count as incorrect. So yeah, make sure you do give me an answer. Mr. Vertigo, welcome to the game. Once you verify, I don't know if you get a chair because we've already had a purge at this point. We'll find out in a minute. But very well done. We survived that one. We lower the breakpoint to 40%. And we move on to the next question. 3 options, and they are Munin, Hugin, Borodin. Which of these is not the name of one of Odin's ravens in Norse mythology? Welcome on, Mr. Vertigo. Hope you're well. Time. Borodin. Borodin was a Russian composer, one of the ones from the Big Five from Russian sort of 20th century composers, 19th century? 19th century composers, along with Mussorgsky, Tchaikovsky, and some other ones as well. But only spent with one N. But Munin and Hugin. Munin and Hugin? Munin and Hugin? Never Tchaikovsky, obviously. They are the Norse ravens, Odin's ravens in Norse mythology. How many were wrong on that one? Breakpoint 40%. Let's find out. Start the meter. Peter was one of the big five. I think Peter was one of the big five. Pietro. Okay. A little bit more comfortable there, just 30% incorrect. No abstentions that time. And we're under by 10%, which is a good position to be in. 19 going for Borodin, 5 for Hugin, and 3 for Munin. Very well done. We go on. We lower the breakpoint to 30%. That one purge, incidentally, is Mr. Vertigo, who joined the game late. You join as auto purge if you join the game late. I was just seeing your message, Riff. Maybe when I first saw it, that was tangentially on my mind, and it's just come back to me now. I just like talking about that particular subject because it is my area. But we'll see if anyone remembers. See if anyone remembers. Let's go on. Just I haven't proved it yet, so that's I only had a glance. Let's go on to the next question. 3 options here, and they are Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, Miley Cyrus. A song by which of these music artists won Record of the Year at the 2024 Grammy Awards? Time. Follow the Grammys fairly recently. Correct answer was Miley Cyrus. It was a song called Flowers was the winner. Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift were both nominated but did not win. I've got another suggestion. Oh, I see your point there, Colin. I will respond in just a moment. Miley Cyrus was the answer. How many were wrong? Breakpoint is at 30%, I think. Let's see how many were wrong. Start the meter. Oh dear. Good chunk. 59% of you wrong on that one. Just 41%, 11 players finding the correct answer, Miley Cyrus, and we have the dramatic lights of the purge, symbolising that anyone who was wrong or abstained, although no abstentions there, but anyone who was wrong is going into a purge. 11 giving me Taylor Swift, 5 giving me Billie Eilish. If you gave me Miley Cyrus, you can relax. This purge has no pressure for you. For the 16 players who gave me a wrong answer there, you must give me a right answer to this next one in order to survive. Let's find out who you are, first of all. AB Me, Prugs, Colin, Brig, Stimpson, Aniset, Pyro, Listwitz, Battyman, Colo, OM Dalton, Silver Electron, Kegler, Taz, Inca, and A Purge Minky. Must give me a correct answer. If you're not in this purge, you can still answer because it's still worth pennies, though not points in the game. And if you are in the purge and your chair is red, You must give me a correct answer or you will be eliminated. 20 seconds and a full answer required. Good luck. Here is the question. Someone born today would have what star sign? Time. No answer from Taz. I don't think you will be eliminated as a matter of course. The correct answer was Pisces. Pisces, assuming this pack is played on the 24th of February, which it is, or any time between the 20th of February and the 19th of March, you would be a Piscean. Or a Pisces, indeed. If you gave me that answer and you were in the Purge, you'll go blue. If not, you will go red. And there we have it, our first victims, and I can go through the answers here in the console just to check nothing's gotten through the spell check, but we've got answers including Leo, Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius, 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 no answer, and Virgo, all of which are incorrect. Virgo is my star sign. End of August, beginning of September. Oh, I'm so very sorry, but unfortunately that does mean it is the end of the game for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it is 9 players. Thank you all for playing, and of course do continue to play in the behind the scenes game because you can still earn pennies even though you've been eliminated. But for now, Prugs, Colin, Anisep, Listowitz, Kodo, Silver Electron, Kegler, Taz, a Purge Minky. It's a wrong answer at the wrong time, and you have been purged. For the 18 players who remain, the breakpoint resets to 70%. As I say, if you've been eliminated, you can still play along for funsies, and of course they are all worth channel currency as well, but you can no longer hope to medal in this game. 17 players remain as we go on to the next question. Still 3 options, and let's take a look at what they are. 12, 9, 13, 7. 11, 9, 14, 7. 13, 9, 15, 7. If A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and so on, which of these spells out the word king? Time. It's a slightly around the houses way of asking. The round is in code. Well, the correct answer, 11, 9, 14, 7. As Zeus has remarked here, this question is literally just asking what letter of the alphabet is K or N. So slightly around the houses way of getting to the same sort of question. But yeah, if you could unpick that, then hopefully you'll have done rather well. Breakpoint 70%. How many were wrong? Start the meter. Not many. But just one. I'm not going to say who, I know who it is, but of course that's not the point of the game. 12, 9, 13, 7 was a wrong answer. 1 player going for that, no abstentions. Everyone else getting the right answer, and so we play on. We lower the breakpoint to 60%, and we've still got 3 options for this question, and they are Hinduism, Jainism, Sikhism. The Pandavas are a group of 5 brothers in the Mahabharata, a script revered in which religion? And do forgive my pronunciation, Flyboy. I think the answer was just in the nick of time. It came in 15.04 seconds. I think it should still condone it. Colin, is rounding errors basically, because if you've got, for example, 17 players, then the answers don't add up to a perfectly round number depending who said what. So it does round them. But yes, you've answered your question there. It is a rounding error. The correct answer is Hinduism. I have nothing else to say on that question. But yeah, the Pandavas, group of 5 brothers, revered in Hinduism. How many were wrong? Start the meter. %39 of you. 11 going for Hinduism, 2 for Jainism, and 5 for Sikhism. Well done. If you got that one right, you have saved everybody, and we play on. lowering the breakpoint to 50% and increasing the answers to 4. 4 answers now for this question, and again, you must be below 50% in order to not go to a purge. We've had 2, potentially another 3 to go. Next question, options are football, rugby union, cricket, motor racing. The last 2 winners of the BBC Sports Personality of the Year award are known for participating in what sport? I don't know why I said personality quite like that. Time. Correct answer. Football, or soccer, if you're American. Both female footballers, Beth Mead in 2002 off the back of, is it the World Cup? Or was that previous? I think it might have been the World Cup. And then Mary Earps in 2023 off the back of the Euros. I might have got that the wrong way around. Did I say 2002? I meant 2022. I may have misspoken there. But yeah, both footballers, Beth Mead and Mary Earps. Football was the right answer. How many were wrong? Breakpoint 50%. Let's have a look. Start the meter. Euros first, then World Cup. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, they haven't had Sports Personality of the Year since 2002 until last year. Purge avoided, no abstentions there. 33% incorrect. 1 for rugby union, 1 for cricket, 4 for motor racing, 12 going for the correct answer of football. Very well done. If you got that one right, you have saved everyone, and we're going to lower the breakpoint to 40%. 4 options on this next question for the 18 players still live, and they are: Like a Virgin, Like a Prayer, Vogue, Frozen. Which of these Madonna singles had the earliest US release date? Do you wanna build a snowman? So I see when I say Frozen, it's associated with Pixar rather than Madonna. Time. My wife would be all over this. She loves Madonna. She went to see it live not very long ago. Correct answer is Like a Virgin, 1984, 4 years before I was born. Like a Prayer was 1989, Vogue was 1990, and Frozen was 1998. So they have appeared in the order of release there from A through to D. The top of this, Like a Purge. Out for the very first time. No, I'm going to stop that. How many were wrong? Start the meter. Yikes. We've triggered it. Only just, mind you. 40% was the breakpoint. 44% got it wrong. 56%. 10 players going for Like a Virgin. 3 for Like a Prayer. 3 for Vogue. 2 for Frozen. And no abstentions. So, if you are one of those 8 players who got it wrong, that you had never heard Vogue, no. Or if I have, I don't know. I couldn't hum it to you. I may have. I don't know how. There's a possibility I'd hear and think, oh yeah, I know that song, but off the top of my head, no, I couldn't hum it to you. I'll look it up. I'll look it up when I'm not on stream because I'll get muted otherwise. Who was wrong? Who were the 8 players who were wrong on that question? Krista Purge, AB Me, Clivo, Brig, Arun, Pyro, OM Dalton, and BC. You are all in for Purge number 3. Everyone else, you can still answer this question for pennies, but you 8 must give me a correct answer if you want to continue in the game. 20 seconds and a full answer required. Good luck. Third Purge question is: London Fashion Week Festival took place this week on which red-coloured Monopoly property and major London thoroughfare connecting Trafalgar Square and Fleet Street? Five seconds. Dalton, I think you're out of time there. I don't think we've got an answer from you. It's actually, to quote Zeus here, it's Monopoly trivia, but make it fashion. You've got a lot of ins on this one, even if you don't know London. If you know Monopoly, Trafalgar Square and Fleet Street are the other 2 red ones, and the one missing red one for $220, or Monopoly dollars, is the Strand. Strand or the Strand, both acceptable on there. If you gave me that, then you will go blue. If not, I'm afraid you're going to go red. And indeed, I can look at the answers here. 2 players have gone for Piccadilly. Piccadilly's yellow. Piccadilly or Piccadilly Circus is 280 on a Monopoly board. Covent Garden doesn't actually feature on a UK Monopoly board, believe it or not. And 1 player did not get an answer in. So unfortunately, I can't condone those. And it does mean Krista Purge, AB Me, Clivo, and OM Dalton. Thank you for playing, and do continue to play in the behind the scenes game. But for now, you have been purged. The breakpoint is reset to 80%, and look at this, all things in perfect harmony. 14 and 14, that's me balancing a dagger in perfect harmony, as all things should be. I'm going to take this opportunity to read a message in the suggestions channel. Yeah, there's a reason for that, Prugs. So Prugs' contention is that the answers on the game are across in a strap going left to right, but on the universal client they're in a grid. This is because it's a universal client and it has to fit to any game. When we get to the final of this game, when you have to select player, they won't be in the same order they're in. It will be a lot of effort to engineer it to look exactly the same for every game. You can make the same argument for red herrings. Hello OM Dalton, revalidating your account. Yeah, to do that for every game, make them consistent across what the broadcast graphic is doing and what the universal client graphic is doing. It would just be too much work for it to work as a universal client. I'd have to do a separate app for every game, which is just more effort than it's worth, and is worth. And it's something I did attempt to do, but the maintenance required on that. But yeah, I appreciate it might be difficult. The inconsistency between the two could throw you, but I'm hoping once you're used to it, it gets around it and it makes more sense. But hopefully that's a reasonable explanation. Yeah, it's supposed to be universal, so it can be. It's for all games. We're going to go on with the game. We just had a Madonna question. We're going on to another one. Another 4 options for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 players remaining in perfect balance, as all things should be. 14 players remaining and 4 options, which are lilies, roses, sunflowers, daisies. Partly inspired by the 1957 Gene Kerr book, the 1960 film starring Doris Day and David Niven is titled Please Don't Eat the What? Time. Please don't eat what form of plant life? It's the daisies. Please don't eat the daisies. The name comes from advice Kerr may have given to her 4 young boys. I would advise to probably not eat any of these, to be honest, says Zeus, unless they are the roses. Unless the roses are the chocolate kind. And then they're probably okay. 14 players in play. Breakpoint is 80%. How many were wrong? Start the meter. 43% incorrect, just over halfway to that breakpoint. 8 going for daisies and 6 going for the others, split evenly. 2 for lilies, 2 for roses, 2 for sunflowers. Very well done. We have avoided that purge and we play on, dropping the breakpoint to 70%. And another 4 options for this question. Take a look. Macchiato, espresso, cortado, cappuccino. The name of which coffee drink comes from the Italian for marked or stained? Time. Correct answer. Macchiato. Taking the same first letter from the same derivation as marcato. If you're into music and you see a marcato symbol, it means marked. And macchiato, I often have a latte macchiato, but yeah, it's a particular type of coffee. Karate Kid, yeah, the karate arto. Breakpoint is 70%. How many were wrong? Start the meter. Same numbers as before, possibly different players, I just don't know, but 40, in fact definitely different players because we had one abstention that time, but 43% for the second question in a row were incorrect, 57% getting macchiato, 8 getting it right and 6 getting it wrong, 3 going for cortado, 1 each for espresso and cappuccino, and 1 abstention there. But if you were wrong or abstained, then the hive mind has saved you, and we go on to the next question. Breakpoint is lowered to 60%. Still 14 of you in, still potentially 2 purge questions to get through, and still a good bank of main game questions. I'm deliberately not telling you the number of the question in the hope that you lose track, although this is a classic purge where we do increase the options every 5 questions, so maybe you're keeping track yourself. This next one has got 4 options attached to it, and they are better, business, benefit, British. Referring to the certification around social and environmental performance, the B in B Corps is derived from what word? 5 seconds, under 5 seconds. Time. Tricky question here. This is one that had to go back for a second viewing, and Zeus provided me with extra data to back this up. Correct answer is benefit, as in benefit for all. Essentially, quoting Zeus here, it's a wanky business name, but it does encourage people to do good things with their businesses. Any game show of the Game of the Chase would be improved by saying wanky business term or wanky business name. No, I must confess I'd not heard of it, but it does check out. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Breakpoint at 60%. Let's have a look. Start the meter. Getting pretty close. Afraid we've triggered it. Again, only just 64% were incorrect on that one. Just busting through. In fact, I think it's just a single player made the difference there, because it's about 4%. Oh no, it's more than 4% per player now, but one other player getting that one right would have prevented the purge. 5 going for benefit, which means for the first time we could be going to the final purge after this purge. If everyone gets it wrong, it would be down to 5 players, and we would forfeit the rest of the pack and go straight to the final. 4 going for better, 4 going for business, 1 going for British. Of those 9 players who got it wrong, no abstentions there, those 9 players are all going to be going into purge number 4, and they are Amster, Stimpson's Angle, Nando, Pyro, Battyman, Shapes, Riff, Inca, and Natter. Brig, BC, Mark, A Run, and Flyboy. Just relax is A Run and Flyboy. Just relax for a minute or answer the question. It's still worth pennies if you give me a correct answer, but you're not under pressure. Everyone else must give me a correct answer. Hello, Lewis. Welcome to the game, my dude. Hope you're well. Everyone else must give me a correct answer or you will be eliminated. Good luck. The 4th purge question is: the UK edition of Love Island All-Stars came to a close this week, with which TV presenter announcing the winning couple? 10 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Maya Jama. Maya Jama. A pair of contestants originally from Series 6 and 9 won this All-Stars edition. Nice. Dalton saying this is going to sting. Battyman saying screwed. Let's find out who was wrong. We only had 5 players not in the purge. If all of them were wrong, we're going straight to the final purge. Let's find out who was wrong. All of them but Samster. Samster managing to find the right answer, the first player to answer, and the only one in the purge to get it right. Wrong answers include Dermot Mullahan, Rylan, Paddy McGuinness, Claudia Winkleman, Laura Whitmore, Jeff Britishman, Rylan, and AJ Aduba. All of them, I'm afraid, are incorrect answers. Well done, Samster. You get to rejoin the pack, and we are down to 6 players going into the final stretch, but unfortunately for Stimpson's Angle, Nando, Pyro, Battyman, Shapes, Riff, Inca, and Natter, it's a wrong answer at the wrong time. Thank you for playing, and do continue to play in the background game, but for now, you have been purged. And then there were 6, with potentially 1 purge to go. And we can only lose one player. We could have had a final purge right there and then, but Samson managed to get his way back in. So, I will tell you the next question we are going to increase the options to 5, which for those keeping score means they know there are 5 questions left in the main bank. So, the same 3 endgame situations apply. If we have the 5th purge question, we will go to the final purge. If we get through all of these 5 remaining questions, we will go to the final purge. And the other one is contingent on one of you losing a purge question. Leaves us with 5, which would need to trigger the purge question, so it is kind of academic at this point. So, question is, are we going to get through 5 more main games, or are we going to go to a purge, or potentially both? Still potential for this to be a perfect purge game. Has happened once. Questions by me. That's when you see all the questions and finish with exactly 5. There's 6 players remaining. The breakpoint has been reset to 90%. Let's see what the next question brings with 5 options, and they are Staffordshire, Wiltshire, Cheshire, Cambridgeshire, Herefordshire. Which of these UK counties is the most southerly? Time. I know at least one player, in fact possibly 2 players, live in 2 of these counties. Not to dox anyone, just trying to be as ambiguous as possible. I might be wrong. I actually come from one of these. I'm originally from Staffordshire, up in the Midlands. And I had to check this to see that none of them overlapped, but there is one that is more southern. The most northerly point of the most southern answer is still more southerly than the next southern one, if that makes sense. So there was a very clear answer, which was Wiltshire. Wiltshire. That's... I looked it up earlier on. I've since forgot. My UK geography is shite. Wiltshire's down... Is it Salisbury? I think it's Wiltshire where you got Stonehenge and stuff. It's sort of down in between Dorset and Hampshire, maybe? Yeah, Salisbury direction. I'm glad Lewis is here. Lewis knows everything. And then Cambridgeshire, which is just sort of north of London-ish. Staffordshire's up in the Midlands. Cheshire is north, and Herefordshire is somewhere else. No, you do know. You know everything, mate. Wiltshire was the correct answer. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. Just 1. No abstentions on that question, which means every player's answer accounts for 17%. 17% were wrong and 83% were right. Well done. I could tell you who the wrong person was, but I'm not going to do that because that is against the spirit of the game. But I do see who it was. I'm keeping a mental tally of the scores they've got in case that becomes a tie-break metric later on. For now, we lower the breakpoint to 80%. We go to the next question. 5 options, and they are Chi, Lambda, Rho, Phi, Theta. When written in uppercase, which of these Greek letters looks like an upside down V? Jimmy, welcome to the stream, my dude. And good time zone to you as well. That's time, speaking of time zones. Hope you're keeping well. If it's Sunday morning already for you, we're not quite there yet. We're about just after 10 o'clock on a Saturday evening. But I hope you are. Lovely to have you here. And we've got the escape artist coming if you want to play that in a little bit. But lovely to see you around and hope you're keeping well. The correct answer, Lambda. That one. I did look up all the others. There was no possible room for ambiguity on that one. The answer is very much Lambda. How many were wrong? Welcome back, 8 Purge Minky, obviously doing a refresh of the app there. How many were wrong? Start the meter. Is it key? I'm never sure on that one. Just 1 again. Going for Rho. 5 going for the correct answer, Lambda. Let's have a look. Who was the wrong player on that one? Oh, how interesting. May or may not have been the same person as last time. Is it key? Is it as in Kai? Is it Kai? Because I get extra confused because I live in Chichester, or just outside Chichester, and the shorthand for Chichester is Chai, C-H-I, pronounced Chai, but I know it's not that, so I went to Chi. But that's Q-I, is the Chi, the life force. So if it's Kai, it's a hard, like I. Okay, it's a good one to know. I will add that to the bank, the Greek alphabet bank. Lambda was the right answer, and we have survived that purge with just one getting it wrong. We lower the breakpoint again to 70%, like a chiropractor, which I think is absolutely a perfect way to remember that. On we go. Next question, 5 options, and they are: a canid, a mustelid, a mephetid, a felid, possibly felid, an ursid. Which of these would technically be correct in completing the name of a 1490 Leonardo da Vinci painting, Lady with blank? Time. The painting in question is Lady with an ermine, which is a sort of mink weaselly thing. So which one of those comes from the Latin derivation for mink or weasel? The correct answer is mustelid. Lady with an ermine is the painting in question. Ermines fall into the family mustelids. Ursidae, that would be bears. Canidae, dogs or wolves. Felidae, cats. And Mephitidae is skunks. So, breakpoint is 70%. How many of you got that one wrong? Start the meter. Bloody Nora! Good God! I'm just watching the latency video over there where I get closer and closer to the microphone. Blimey, 70% was the breakpoint and 67% were wrong. I love it when we got those close percentages. There were just 2 players who got the right answer, but for that question, that was enough. A mustelid. I'm not going to tell you who, but well done, you 2 players. It means the game gets to play on. 1 going for canid or canid, 3 for felid or felid, and none for either of the other 2. But with only 6 players in the game, say percentages count for quite a lot. And so when we lose 10%, as we do here, down to 60%, it means a big swing. It's 2/3 of a player each time we drop. So we're down to 60%. For what it's worth, if only 2 players get this one right, we are going to a purge. If half of you get it right, we'll be fine. Breakpoint is 70%. Here is the next question with 5 options, and they are: British Columbia, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Prince Edward Island, Alberta. The 1908 novel Anne of Green Gables, or in Orphan Annie, is sent to live with siblings in which Canadian province? Should probably be in the 1908 novel Anne of Green Gables. Orphan Anne is sent to live with siblings in which Canadian province? God, I butchered that, didn't I? Apologies. That was a question that went through a couple of backs and forths with Zeus. But yes, in the 1908 novel Anne of Green Gables, Orphan Anne is sent to live with siblings in which Canadian province? British Columbia, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Prince Edward Island, or Alberta? The correct answer is Prince Edward Island. Book's about 11-year-old orphan girl Anne Shirley, sent by mistake to 2 middle-aged siblings who had originally intended to adopt a boy to help them on their farm in the fictional town of Avonlea in Prince Edward Island. It's literally a Canadian citizenship test question. It's just like the Secret Garden for Canadians. Or what's another classic British? The Mr. Happy. That's a classic British book. What colour is Mr. Happy is the equivalent over here. It's 100% in the book. Well, 6 players left, breakpoint 60%. I've already gone through the numbers on the last one. Let's find out what this means. Who was wrong? Start the meter. There we go. But I guess to a certain point you can work it out. Prince Edward Island. 2 players going for that same result as last time. 2 right and 4 wrong. 3 going for British Columbia and 1 going for Alberta. Which means we've got 2 players, not necessarily guaranteed into the final, because if all 4 of these players in the Purge get this one right, then they get to come back. If even 1 player gets this Purge wrong, then the 2 players who got this one right are guaranteed into the final. Let's find out first of all, who were the 4 players who were incorrect? They were Sam, Brig, Flyboy and BC, Mark and Arun. I really must fix that bug where the name keeps appearing. Mark and Arun. There is a very high probability you're going to be in the final, and we will see you there. You may still answer this question for pennies if you like. Sam, Flyboy, BC and Brig, you must give me a correct answer. We could have a 2-person final if all 4 of them get it wrong. Let's see how they get on with the 5th Purge question. It does mean question 20 goes unaccounted for. So if only 1 gets this wrong, Zeus, you were 1 question out a perfect Purge pack if only 1 player gets this one wrong. But it does mean that question gets to be used another time. Brig, BC, Sam, Flyboy, good luck. Here is your 5th Purge question. This week, a pill known as Ritlectinib or Litfulo has become the first treatment officially recommended by the NHS to treat what autoimmune disease that attacks hair follicles? 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer is alopecia, or alopecia areata. I have no more notes for you on that, and apologies if I butchered the pronunciation. I did practice. Ritlectinib, or Litfulo. Sound like Trump trying to say hydroxychloroquine. Yeah, a friend of one of my wife's friends' wives has it as well. It's not a fun thing, but alopecia is the correct answer. Who was right and who was wrong? 4 players were in play. Who was right, who was wrong? Sam and BC, you are into the final. Flyboy and Brig, wrong answers. 1 player going for don't know, 1 going for psoriasis. Oh. It does mean we have to lose you. Brig and Flyboy, valiant effort to get to this point, but unfortunately it's a wrong answer at the wrong time. Thank you for playing, but you have been purged. It's my beautiful klaxon, because it is time for the final Purge, because one of those criteria, in fact 2 of those criteria have been met. We have had 5 Purge questions and we have 5 or fewer players remaining. 1 question, Zeus. 1 question and 1 player off. That's pretty close. Good pack. But it means also we're not going to get to see 1 of the questions in the final Purge, because we've got 4 questions in the final Purge. We're only going to get to ask 3 of them. BC, Mark, Arun and Sampster, you are this week's Purge finalists. Congratulations. But only 1 of you, exactly 1 of you, can emerge as the champion. I think I show a leaderboard here, don't I? Let's find out. No, I don't. I just show scores in the console. I can tell you, because it affects the order going into the next one. I'm sure I show a leaderboard on this. BC got 13 out of the 19 questions we played. Samster and Mark both got 14 out of the 19 questions we played, and Arun got 15 out of the 19 questions we played. Mark takes a slight priority because his tiebreaker was closer, 355,000 away. Samster was 894,000 away. So So that's going to be, a run is going to be in control and decide whether we go highest to lowest or lowest to highest, and that's going to be the order of play. A run, Mark, Samster, BC, or BC, Samster, Mark, a run, depending what a run decides. I'm sure we show a leaderboard. We do indeed. So your columns there are the number of questions you've got correct in the first column and the number of purges you survived in the second. Mr. Vertical, obviously no purges because you joined the game late, and that's the way it's been ordered so that our finalists are towards the top. So very well done up to this point. You can, of course, play in the final. The final has got its own game, well, from where pennies are available. At the end of this game, however many questions you got right, times it by 25, and that's how many pennies I will give you. So if you are a run and you don't get any more questions right, it's 15 times 25 is your penny payout. I'm going to do 8 because 8's easier. If you've got 10 questions right and you don't get any more right, you're going to get 250 pennies as your payout for the day. So it's BC, Mark, a run, and Samster in this week's Purge final. As I top up my glass, I might have to go and open a bottle of port in a minute. So I'm going to have a hangover tomorrow. It's the worst. It is time for the Purge final. So a familiar sight for a lot of you, and an unfamiliar sight for at least one of you, I think. I might be wrong, don't quote me on this, but BC, this might be your first Purge final. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to go check the leaderboard because this is always a fun moment to do that, just to give you some scope on the players who are here. Once before, I beg your pardon. Well, if you've been here once before, I can say you actually, believe it or not, a lot of author credits, a lot of all-time pennies, but an empty medal cabinet. So BC vying for his first ever game night medal tonight. Could be good for them. We'll have to see how the cards fall. A run. No, that can't be right, because a run definitely has medals. So I'm thinking something hasn't loaded. I think maybe my board didn't load, BC. I'll try that again in a minute. Because I was just thinking, that doesn't feel right. You must have won a medal at something, surely. Let me try again. If I refresh and go to BC again. That looks a bit better. Something obviously didn't load properly. You've got a cabinet stacked full of medals, BC. Stacked full. You've got a Risky Business Gold, a Mole Gold, a Hive Bronze, a Google That Lobby, a Google That Silver, a Distinction Bronze, 3 Danger Zone Silvers, 1 Danger Zone Gold, and a Battlefront Victory. I felt obligated to tell you your entire medal cabinet because I just said you didn't have anything in it. I think there was just a bug when it loaded. But, notably, no Purge medals, so it would be your first Purge victory tonight if you can pull victory off. A run over to your medal cabinet. Stacks in there as well, including 1 Purge victory. So a run going for his second victory in the Purge. We come to Mark. Let me have a glance at your medal cabinet, Mark. Lots and lots in there, including 2 Purge victories. So Mark going for his 3rd Purge victory tonight. And Samster, or Amster, I should say. Lots in your medal cabinet as well, including 3 Purge victories. So Samster going for his 4th Purge victory. And if I just look at the Purge survivors, this will put you, Samster, if you can get the medal tonight, in a clear second place. Currently tied in second with Oni with 3 Purge victories, both of them behind Toot with 5 Purge victories. But Samster, if you can win tonight, you would go into clear second. Mark, you would go into tied second if you can win tonight. A run, this would be your 2nd Purge victory, and BC, this would be your 1st. So those are the stakes. However, how it's going to fall is going to be determined by the next 3 questions. A run. You came into the game in the lead. So you're going to play first or last, and you're going to choose to play first. Quick reminder of the rules, and for those of you playing at home as well, you will be shown the players will be shown half a question. Based on that half a question, they have to choose whether to play or pass. If they pass, they have to select who they're passing it to. If they play and they are correct, they can choose one of their opponents to eliminate. If they pass and their opponent is incorrect, the person they pass it to is incorrect, then that person is eliminated. If they play and are wrong, or they pass and the person they pass to is correct, then the person who passed it is eliminated. Lots of high drama, lots of high stakes, lots of big decisions to make. A run has just made the decision that they're going to play first. So the first half of the question will be shown to a run. If you're playing in the behind the scenes game at home, you can still answer. You still get pennies for every correct answer. So the timer will run for the full 20 seconds even after whoever is playing in the live game has locked in. Hopefully that all makes sense. Good luck to you all. And a quick word of warning for our hot seat players, Arun, Mark, Samster and BC. The order of the players on the grid, and this is in keeping with what Purge said earlier on in the chat, may not be the order in which you appear on the broadcast. So if you're thinking immediately, I want to nominate Mark, Mark may not necessarily be in the top right-hand corner of your display, all right? I think it uses the same code, so with 4, it should be in the right ballpark. Of course, you can't nominate yourself, so just bear in mind, look before you nominate if you are going to nominate. Good luck. The first half a question, a run to make a decision, is based on half a question, decide whether you'd like to play or pass, as I've just explained. Here is that half a question. In 2010, the Hollywood Walk of Fame initially this one has been passed to Mark. So Mark, you've seen half a question, you're going to get to see the question in full. 20 seconds to give me an answer. Mark, if you are correct, a run is eliminated. If you are wrong, you are eliminated. Good luck, Mark. Here is that question in full. In 2010, the Hollywood Walk of Fame initially forgot the hyphen, that's the thing tonight, and misspelled the name of which actress known for portraying a character named Selena Meyer. 10 seconds. Time. The correct answer, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Believe it or not, Mark, that has gone through the spell checker. I was looking at it and thinking, has that marked it right? I think it's blue for correct in my console, which is what it came up as. Clearly knowledge is displayed there. Yeah, hyphens again. Hyphens might be a raid message tonight. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, it's got through the spell checker, and I'm not inclined to override it because clearly knowledge has been demonstrated there that you did know the correct answer and you have gone green. It does mean a run. That was a bad pass. It's not going to be a second victory for you, and I'm afraid you have been purged. You get the infamous grayscale, though. Mark, you got past one. Now you get to decide on your own. Mark, based on half question, decide whether to play or pass. In 2017, TikTok's parent company ByteDance, second pass of the final. A run passing to Mark. Mark now in turn passing to BC. BC, that's half a question. You get it in full and 20 seconds to give me an answer. Good luck. Here it is. In 2017, TikTok's parent company ByteDance purchased which other social media app, merging it into the TikTok app in 2018? Time. I can say Mark didn't give an answer on that one. I don't know, Mark, if you would have known that, but you didn't give an answer, so it looks like an abstention on your part. Out of idle curiosity, Mark, would you have known that? So you didn't give an answer, so I can't quite tell. You pass, so assuming that means Mark wouldn't have known. I can tell you, Samster gave me the right answer. As did Arun, Clive, and Silver Electron. Did BC? The correct answer is Musically or musical.ly, and BC gave me Vine. Some interesting kerning on that text on the E there. I should probably have a look at that. Now, Vine, I think, was bought by Facebook in 2014. There was a big thing about what they could have bought instead for the $41 billion that they spent on it. I might be mixing that up with something else. But Vine was much earlier than that. Unfortunately, BC, it's a good stab. It's in the right ballpark, but it's a great pass from Mark. It's not going to be your first Purge victory tonight, BC. Thank you for playing, but you have been purged. And there were two. Samster in control for this final question. Going to have to decide whether or not to play it or pass it back to Mark. Big decision here, Samster. Based on half question, are you going to play or pass? Here's the half. In 2023, Denmark and Canada. Sam's having a good think, but he is going to take it himself. Mark, remember, you can give me an answer even though you're not in control, so I can see in advance whether or not you would have known it and build tension for the audience at home. Samster, the very best of luck. To go clear second on the leaderboard, here is that question in full. In 2023, Denmark and Canada agreed to split Hans Island, ending a 50-year dispute named for which alcoholic spirit? Samster answering in under 4 seconds. There's time. I can tell you that Samster and Mark played different answers. And Mark played the answer vodka. And Mark was incorrect. So had you passed this, Samster, Mark would have gotten it wrong. The correct answer is whiskey, and Samster did not go for whiskey. I would also have accepted liquor, but Samster went for rum. This was an interesting story. In 1984, Canadian soldiers hoisted the Canadian flag with a sign saying "Welcome to Canada" and left behind a bottle of Canadian whiskey. In response to this, Greenland's minister politely took down the flag and hoisted the flag of Denmark. He left a sign that read "Welcome to Denmark" along with a bottle of Danish schnapps. The exchange of liquor bottles gave it the name the Whiskey War, or the Liquor War is what it's also known as. Should also said that Julia Louis-Dreyfus played Selina Meyer in the comedy show Veep, and the spelling of her name on the start was ultimately corrected. Should have said, that's the other note I had. So Samster, you've purged yourself. You could have passed it and won the game, but you chose to play it, gave me a wrong answer. Thank you very much for playing, but you stay in tied second, and that tie is now going to be with 3 players rather than just with 2. You don't get that clear second, and you have been purged. Which means, after about an hour and a half of gameplay, 1 player is left standing, and he's going to join Oni and his rival Samster joint second with his 3rd Purge victory. Congratulations to Mark, you have survived the Purge. Good game. What a great game. That was a banger. That was a banger of a game. Has it ever happened where we have no winners? It can only happen pre-Purge. And it happened one time with a pack that had basically had a trick question on like question 2, and almost everyone got it wrong, and we got down to just 1 player left, who happened to be David J. Bodycombe, who then went into a Purge final with himself, got the question wrong but still won. This was in an earlier iteration of the Purge where everything was broken. Now, if we end up with no players, if everyone gets eliminated on a Purge, I think I've programmed a line that says nobody survives. And the game just ends at that point. Pennies were awarded, 25 pennies, I think I said, for every question you got right. So whatever your final question count is, times it by 25, those will be the pennies. It should say it on the app, I think. But what a great game. And Zeus, thank you for a tremendous pack there. Really, really good fun. And I think something for everyone. I hope you've all enjoyed playing that. If everyone misses a main game question and everyone misses the Purge question, yeah, in theory, if that happens, you can end up with no, which I think happened. Everyone fell for a sort of basically a trick question, or what felt like a trick question. Yeah, and then everyone got the Purge question wrong. We're left with like 1 person. So it doesn't happen very often. That was in the very, very, very early days of game night when we were a little bit less robust with our vetting of now we've got an entire team of proofers, and we've got 30 or 40 people who contribute to writing, a team of 5 or 6 proofers as well. So the number of vetting stages, say the standard over the last 4 years has gotten higher and higher to the point where it's exceptionally high quality, and as a result needs to stay at that high quality. So we're a bit more careful about the questions that come through these days. But robust, is that one of my words? Robust. Let's take a look at the final leaderboard, and we can see Mark there, so technically surviving 9 purges. Every round, every question of the final is technically a purge. So the number in the first column, times it by 25, those are the pennies that you'll get. So Listwitz finishing up with 250 pennies, Mr. Vertigo finishing up with 250 pennies there as well. You can do the maths yourself if it doesn't say so on the app. But those are the final scores, and well done to Mark surviving the purge. Thank you again to Zeus. Lovely pack. A lot of tension in that game. I'm just glad the game didn't crash either, although I think I've fixed the save game shit, so if that did happen I could recover the game, which is nice. Lovely pack, but the night doesn't end there, because I said it was a triple bill, a bumper game night if you will, and we have got one more pack, and my god, you do not want to miss this. I'm grateful to Lewis who's proofed it, which means I might even play. I might play. I haven't decided yet, because I've not really seen these questions, because Lewis proofed them. It's a pack by Quizzle, who is one of my favourite people. Recent Only Connect champion. Lovely guy. Obscenely good question writer. And he's written a pack of the Escape Artist for us all to enjoy. I really hope you want to stick around. Go on, Ben, play. I will see. Because Lewis proved them, and I know he's extra picky. Yeah, Lewis is super picky. Well, Lewis is honestly, he's got, well, because of course Lewis writes questions in the professional quizzing world, and I dare say he's probably done some proofing in the professional world as well. So is very fastidious about his proofing notes, which as a result means I haven't proofed this pack. And I haven't really seen the questions. Obviously, I open the spreadsheet to export it, but I don't look at things when I do that. So I might play, which I might do. I do occasionally. It might be quite fun for 10:30. I'll have to go get another bottle of wine. We're going to play some more adverts if you're not subscribed. But don't worry, we won't start the next game without you. It's The Escape Artist by Lewis. No, it's not. It's The Escape Artist by Quizzle, which has been proofed by Lewis. I'm so excited about potentially playing The Escape Artist. The last 2 times I've played, which is when Ash host, I went out in the first round. So I'm hoping to get to round 2 if I do play. We'll find out. But the next game is going to be played through Hackbox. So another system for you to get at. I can't remember if you need to be logged into Twitch or not. I think you probably do, but that's where you're going to need to go. We'll play some adverts. If you're not subscribed to see some adverts, otherwise we won't start the next game without you, so don't worry either way. But the Escape Artist is coming up after the break. Thank you once again to Zeus for a lovely pack of the Purge, and congratulations to Mark. You, for the 3rd time, have survived the Purge. I will see you in a minute. And don't go away, because when we return, the final game of the night, tonight's triple bill of game night, will be The Escape Artist. Questions provided by Quizzle, proof by Lewis, which means yours truly may make an appearance, hoping to get beyond round 1. You'll need Hackbox to play it, and in the interim, I can't do another hyphen thing, so let's just go Purge bonus, and let's randomise the amount. Oh, no, that's rubbish. Try again, bot. Oh, for fuck's sake! Purge 12, Purge 24, come on. There we go, Purge 395. Purge 395 is what you get. 395 pennies, Purge 395. Claim your bonuses now. I'll play some adverts if you're not subscribed. We won't start the next game without you. That's going to be The Escape Artist by Quizzle, Proof by Lewis, probably featuring me playing along. Play through Hackbox if you want to play. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the third and final part of this evening's game night. Well, it's time for the escape artist. And what's the point in having a second computer on my second desk if I can't use it to play the game. For the purposes of transparency, and Lewis, if you're here in chat, you'll be able to back this up. I've opened the question pack, so all of the questions are available. I have hidden the columns with the answers and the citations. I've only got the extra information and trivia, so as not to do a disservice to Quizzle, who has provided us with all the extra information, but I will only look at the questions relevant to the one that I'm reading, and will, as far as I can, try not to look at that monitor. But I have hidden the answers in case I do look over there. It's not going to help me. And incidentally, to type my answer, I'm going to have to go all the way over here and then all the way back. So I'm not going to be looking at that. I'm just going to do that if I know the answer. Come and join the game, FDMJ, if you would like to play. Simpsons Angle, welcome to the stream. And Lewis is being my eyes on the spreadsheet there, just to, and hopefully he will be able to validate that I have indeed hidden the columns that have the answers contained in them. So I am only looking at the questions when it comes to the pertinent question in question. I will read the questions off the broadcast otherwise. So if you want to come play the Purge, now is the opportunity to do so. It has got any time entry to a point, in that you can join before the end of question 5 in round 1, and you will get a podium. Beyond that, you will be eliminated. If you've not played in the new software before, it's pretty much exactly the same as the old software. It's just a bit shinier and arguably harder to see. I feel like I want to redo this. This was the last game I did that wasn't in my new template. Feels familiar with Royal Flush. Thanks to me. Were we together last time? Oh no, with the QNL1, weren't we? We were there. I'm going to take it as a good omen. I feel that was a good quiz. I don't know that we won the highest prize, but we had a lot of fun. So I'm back with me old pal Pyro up on the top row. We've got Sooty Cat, Cola, Nando, Pyro, me, Riff, Battyman, Mr. Vertigo, Simpsons Angle, Clive, Listwitz, Umster, he's losing a letter at a time from the front. Umster, Owen Dalton, APME, Brig, Jimmy, Shapes, Flyboy, Zeus, Inca, BC, Stradley, Colin, Mark, and Proves. There's room for more if you want to come and play. I'll give you a few minutes to come and join this lobby. Yeah, it's got a new shiny coat of paint, but I've never been... Oh, hello, Jack. Welcome to the stream, my dude. And now a message from our political correspondent, no, deputy political editor, Jack Wilfred. Welcome on in, Jack. I hope you're well, mate. It's I've never been quite fully sold on this. It's clearer and more obvious as to what's going as who's who than the original one, because the text was very difficult to read on the older one. But there's too many lights and stuff, and I feel like I want to redo this one again. But I really must prioritise Plinko data leak and cryptex, which will happen before this gets redone. Politics, innit? Quite. So come and join. This is a pack as written by Quizzle83. And just other things to clarify in case you think I'm pulling strings behind the scenes. I don't know what order the questions are going to be asked in. I have got an option to force a round 1 order. I'm just going to temporarily show you that in my inspector. You'll see there I've got force round 1 order, but you will also see that it is empty at the moment. This isn't particularly clear, is it? If I move that over a bit. Force round 1 order is empty. So just to clarify, I am not forcing the order of the questions. I'm not going to try and play things to my advantage. Just want to try and be as transparent as possible. These are other variables for other things. Timescale will make the fire flicker a lot faster, which was quite fun. Question package by Quizzle. This is a gameplay stage which shouldn't need to be touched except for an emergency. Player to focus on is in case I need to focus on a player to condone an answer, but actually I can do that by clicking on them, and then various debug buttons. Everything else is controlled through the Stream Deck. But just wanted to clarify that I'm not trying to pull the strings in my favour by taking part and hosting simultaneously. I'd declare for the record that I don't know the answer to the questions, as I'm fairly bad at quiz. Yeah, sorry, David's feeling the heat slightly. I'm just going to set the layout back to streaming mode so that it gets the dimensions correctly. And then open up my debug. Yeah, it is now. Sorry, I thought that might be a problem, so I'll put it back. Right. Thank you, Owen Don. Just looked at your message. Thank you. I'm glad you've had a good time tonight. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28. So as most as we've had on any game tonight. We've still got 40 in the audience, which is very encouraging at this time of night. So, thank you all for playing. I am playing The Escape Artist as written by Quizzle. It's Quiz Prison, and let's see who will emerge victorious. Oh, Taz! Nick of time! Well played. 29, which makes this the most players we've had for any game tonight. Welcome on in. Prugs, I saw a thing about the app not showing the correct scores at the end of the Purge. That might be another inconsistency with what's being tracked, so that the Purge questions aren't tracked, because the Purge questions don't count towards the game score, but they do count towards your penny score. So if you're not, if you answer a Purge question and you get it right, you get pennies for that question, but it doesn't count towards your in-game score for reasons of gameplay mechanics that we talked about before. So that's probably what it is. I think it is correct, but if there is a view inconsistency, then I will investigate that, of course. It still looks odd, right? I'll take a look at that. I'll do some testing of that when I'm back in a couple of weeks' time. Right, 29 players for an Escape Artist by Quizzle. Let's have fun and lock you in. That is all the wine I've got left. It might be port time before the end of the round. We'll see. Round 1 is Initiate. Answer any 5 of the 10 questions to escape. Once you've done so, you're through to the next round, but you can't answer any more questions in this round. You can answer 5, no more. If you answer less, you're eliminated. Part of the question is, the more points it is worth. Point values will be displayed prior to each question, and accumulated points will be carried forward to the next round. If you give an incorrect answer, you will lose 1 of your 3 lives. If you exhaust your lives, you're eliminated from the game. A bonus point is awarded for each life you have left at the end of the round. There's no penalty for abstention. However, if you do not answer 5 questions before the end of the round, or if there are not enough questions left for you to do so, you will be eliminated from the game. Bit of outright here. Outright before outright. I will stress. Love Ash as I do. Love outright as I do. This was before outright. But yeah, there's a little bit of outright. You must get 5 before the end of the round. To be fair, it's just one element of this game, and Ash took it to entirely new levels with outright, which is to this day still probably my favourite game to play on Twitch. And because if you're here, Ash, if you're earwigging, we love you and we love outright. More outright, please. I shall write you something for outright next season. I promise. I don't know if he's here. If he is, hope you are. So we love Ash. We do indeed. Right. Let's set the order. Oh, I say. Starting with 1. So everyone gets a nice easy question. In theory, gets a nice easy question at the beginning. 1, 5, 10, 3, 2, 7, 9, 6, 8, 4. Interesting curve. We've got 4 out of 5 of the easiest ones in the first half, so we might see a lot of early escapes here. 7, 9, 6, 8, 4. That's an interesting one, having 4 as question 10. People, are they going to hang on to that question till the end? Or are they going to escape earlier? We'll have to find out, but a nice easy one to begin with. Remember, you don't have to play everyone because you can only answer 5. And if you answer the easy one, it's only worth 1 point. And if you think, that's too easy, I'm going to get some other ones, abstain. Wrong answers will cost you a life, but abstention means you can answer others. But don't abstain too much, because you might not escape. Yes, it will still be asked, Prugs. Always. We ask all 10. I don't think, though, it might have happened once where everyone had either escaped or been eliminated. That the odds are there will be someone left when we get to question 10. Good luck. Question 1 for 1 point. In 2 works by Lewis Carroll, which title character had adventures in Wonderland and went through the Looking Glass? I'm not taking any chances. I want to get through to round 2. I've never done it. The correct answer, Alice. Yes, Alice in Wonderland. I have no notes on that one, actually. Yes, but Alice Through the Looking Glass and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Everyone who attempted that, getting that one right and going green. Well played. Let's light you back up. Question 2. This one is worth 5 points if you want to have a go at it. Take a look. In the human body, true, false and floating are all types of what? yes, I'm aware I see answers coming in on the console as well, so I'm either going straight to my laptop or looking straight ahead. If you see me after 5 seconds sort of go, and then go like that, that means I've seen it, and obviously I wouldn't do that because that would be cheating, which I'm not going to do. But the console is over there, which I'm not looking at. I have no idea on this one. The correct answer is ribs. Let's look at the notes. In the human body, true, false. And again, it's one of 4 questions I don't have any notes for, but apparently they are all ribs. Joints, cells, bones, and teeth. I'm going to defer to Lewis, who's also got eyes on the pack on this one. I think it's specifically ribs. But Lewis, if you think there's anything there I should be condoning. Bones, maybe? Is that a bit too vague? Hello, Lewis. Is bones a bit vague? I think bones is a bit vague. Ribs only. Okay, so unfortunately, Riff, Pyro, Taz, and Clive, you're going to lose a life on that one. We needed ribs. Well done if you got that one right. It's worth 5 points. Well, I'm definitely not going to be answering this one. This question 3 is worth 10 points. Let's see what you think of this. Take a look. The name of the racehorse whose head ends up in Jack Voltz's bed in The Godfather shares its name with which African capital city? See, my wife would know this. Just 3, Mark, Taz, and Jimmy. Taz and Jimmy answering quite late in the day there. I think my console stopped scrolling, actually. Well, let's take a look. The correct answer is Khartoum. Jimmy and Mark. Jimmy with a late answer there. Mark getting it quite early on. Taz going for Ghana. I don't know what the capital of Ghana is. It is Accra. So even if we were inclined to be generous, which on a 10 point I'm less likely to be, unfortunately it's not going to fly. Yeah. But very well done to Jimmy and Mark finding the correct answer. Khartoum was the name of the horse in The Godfather, and also the capital city of somewhere. Well, what is the capital city of Guinea? Oh no, Conakry is the capital of Guinea. What's Khartoum the capital of? Oh, is it Sudan? North Sudan, as opposed to South Sudan. Taz, you're going to lose life. Jimmy and Mark, very well done, 10 points. Taz, you're on your last life. Do be careful. One more wrong answer and you will be eliminated from the game. Remember, you don't have to answer every question. This next one is worth 3 points if you choose to have a go. Take a look. In which sport would a coxswain and a stroke take part? It's the thing with Hackbox, you need to click the box to type some text in. The Universal Controller doesn't do that. A lot of people having a go at that one for 3 points. The correct answer was rowing. Oh, Flyboy going for badminton. No, that's a shuttlecock, which is another weird English word, but not coxswain. You might have a stroke in badminton, but you certainly wouldn't have a coxswain. Notes on that one. I didn't have any notes on the Godfather one either. Oh, coxswain is pronounced coxswain. My bad. I should have read that before. This is the thing I'm not going to do when I'm playing the game. Yeah, coxswain rather than coxswain. I'm thinking of it was like bosun and boatswain in HMS Pinafore. Bosun. Rowing was the right answer. Well done if you got that one. Taz, still on your last life. One more wrong answer, you will be eliminated. Remember, you don't have to play. On we go. Question number 5 is worth 2 points. Take a look at this. Which fruit precedes sugar in the title of a 2020 hit single by Harry Styles? I have absolutely no idea. And for what it's worth, actually, my console is just saying Nando was correct, Jack was correct, Mr. Vertigo was correct. It doesn't actually show me what the answer is, so I can look at the console. It just shows me wrong answers. So if someone is wrong, it tells me what they said that was wrong. Bod, welcome to the stream. Are you here? Where are you, Bod? I don't see you chatting, but my bot has told me that you're chatting. Might have been a while back. Oh, you had this on lateral. No excuse. I'm sorry, I must have missed that one. Are you well, mate? Hope you're well. The correct answer, and I've got no, is apple. What? Okay, lots of people knew that. Not me. You're not in the grid. Okay, fair enough. Taz going for brown, that famous fruit brown. Unfortunately, that's not the answer. Have I got any more information on that? Despite only peaking at number 4, Watermelon Sugar was the 10th biggest song of 2020 according to the UK charts company. That would be why I've never heard of it, I guess. Brown is not the right answer in Taz. Unfortunately, that is all 3 lives gone. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Into the cell you go. But do keep playing along at 4 pennies. Stimson's Angle! 1 away from escaping. 1 more correct answer, you're through to the next round. Nothing else to report. The next question is worth 7. I ain't getting out of this, am I? What have I got to get I'd have to get this one, 7, 6 and 4, or hope some miracle on 9 or 8 being in my wheelhouse. Let's find out. Question number 6 is worth 7 points. Take a look at this. Which real-life figure does Bradley Cooper play in the 2023 biopic My Story? What I do? I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. I've not seen it, but I've been following it for a long time. Correct answer was, of course, Leonard Bernstein. Yeah, come to me, points. Lovely points. Just 2 more, 2 from 4. I can do this. I can do this. He says with confidence. Mozart says, never Tchaikovsky. Come on, Prugs, you know it's never Tchaikovsky. And it's not Mozart, neither, I'm afraid. But yes, Leonard Bernstein was the answer. Have I got any notes on this? No, it's another one I've got no notes for. I'm not being... Very good, bot. Yes, Leonard Bernstein was the correct answer. Let's light you back up. Okay, I need 2 of the next 4. Brig and BC, you require all of the remaining questions. Nando, Simpsons Angle, Jimmy, you are 1 away any of the next 4, and you're through. Question 7 is worth 9 points if you want to attempt it. Take a look at this. Just under 3/4 of the island of Borneo is the territory of which country? No, I don't know this. Not a scoobs. Not a scoobs for me on this one. Correct answer. See, I was wondering if it was Philippines or Indonesia, but not enough that I want to have a guess on it. The Indonesian part of the island is called Kalimantan and covers the southern part of the island. Wrong answers there. Philippines, Papua New Guinea, Argentina, Philippines, Brunei, and Papua New Guinea. It does mean Brig and BC, you are due for elimination. You're either out of lives or there's not enough questions left for you to get through. Thank you both very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. I knew David would comment something on this subject. Philippines doesn't border any other country. Cola, Riff, Batman and Prugs, you require all remaining questions. Stimpson, Natter, Liswitz, and everyone else who was yellow there, you require 1. Pyro, Riff, and Prugs, you are on your last life, so tread carefully. Question number 6, 7, 8 is worth 6 points if you want to have a go at it. 3 questions remaining in this round. Nando has escaped and the only player to do so far. Won't be able to answer any more questions. Good luck. Here is the next question. The UK county that is home to Portsmouth in a US state containing a city of the same name have what word in common? I'm assuming it's that. I had this problem, I had to read the question and understand the question. Normally I don't have to understand it, I just have to read it. The UK county that is home to Portsmouth, which is Hampshire, and a US state containing a city of the same name, New Hampshire, have what word in common? I hope it's Hampshire. Oh good, it is. Hampshire is the answer. Stradley, you have escaped and you are through to round number 2. Yeah, Hampshire. Let me have a look. Thank you for highlighting that for me on the spreadsheet, Lewis. There are other cities named Portsmouth in the USA, but the only one to fit the question is the one in New Hampshire. Also, Hampshire is the only UK county to appear in the name of a US state, unless you count Kent in Kentucky, so it can't be any of the other Portsmouths in the USA. I live in Sussex, Portsmouth. I used to conduct Portsmouth Festival Choir, so I'm familiar with Hampshire. But yeah, I was sort of hoping that was the answer. That's all I could sort of close. New Hampshire, is that Live Free or Die? I only know that from Breaking Bad. New, Tennessee, West, South, and York are all incorrect answers, unfortunately. And it does mean Battyman and Colo, you're either out of lives or there's not enough questions left for you to escape. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Into the cell you go. Never to be released. So, 2 questions left, an 8-point and a 4-point. Lots of people one away. Lots of people requiring both. Pyro, Riff and Prugs, crucially, you're on your last life. So, question 9 is worth 8 points if you want to have a go at it. Good luck. Here it is. In 1990, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry stated that which element should be spelled with an F rather than a PH. Yes. And I'm not looking at the console. I really hope I'm right. In 1990, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry stated that which element should be spelled with an F rather than a PH. I really hope it's sulfur. Yes! Come on! Round 2! I'm done! I'm done! Yes! Oh my word! Oh. Man, honestly, this is an unbelievably big deal for me. This is how this game has been around in some form or another since 2020. I've never got beyond round 1. Oh, don't even care. Don't even care what happens from now on. It's progress. Oh, right. Coming back to the question, in 1990, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry stated that which element should be spelled with an F rather than a PH. The answer was sulfur. Sulfur is often used in Commonwealth countries with a PH rather than an F. Phosphorus, 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 and sol F/PHUR. Yeah, you can have that, Jack. Doing the old colour thing that I know Ash does a lot, and I've taken to doing occasionally. Actually, these days I just spell colour without a U because it's just easier when working in programming. Use PH because it's correct. I don't even care. I'm through to round 2. I'm happy. And I'm going to have to go and open a bottle of port to celebrate, I think. It does mean, though, because we've got one more question, and I'll go and open the port at the end of the round, and everyone else can stretch their legs, and that'll be grand. Colin Prugs, Mr. Vertigo, would have been Jack, but I've condoned it, but Colin Prugs and Mr. Vertigo, unfortunately, either there's not enough questions left, or you're out of lives. Either way, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. So in you go. Into your cells. So there is one question left. Everyone who's not escaped must get it right. It's worth 4 points if you can. Riff and Flyboy, you're on your last life. Slightly academic at this stage. You either go through or you don't. I can look at this question now in advance because I'm not going to be able to answer it anyway. Ooh. I may have got there with that one, actually. Let's take a look. For 4 points, final question of the round. Have a look. Mortadella, kielbasa, and andouille are European types of which meat product? Time. For 4 points, the correct answer. Lovely to have a sausage question at the end, and even better to see a sausage question where everyone goes through. Yeah, mortadella is an Italian sausage, kielbasa is Polish, and andouille is French. They're all sausages. And with that, it means 21 players have escaped. And you're in excellent company, because your host has also escaped. Excellent pack. I remember the last time I played, Ash hosted. And it was a Quizzle pack then, and I didn't get through round 1. For the first time, I'm into round 2, and deeply, deeply happy about it, to the point where I'm going to go get a bottle of port in a minute to celebrate. If you have got any lives left, we'll give you a bonus point for every life that you have, and if you have lost lives, we will refresh them and put them back to 3. That is the end of round 1. Look at all those points. Yay, yay, yay. Right, stretch your legs. I'm going to go get a bottle of port. I'll be about 30 seconds to a minute. It's cause for celebration. This calls for Taylor's Late Bottle Vintage Port 2018. Right, I don't care what happens from here through to round 2. And I hope you all are having a good time as well. Remember, if you have been eliminated, you can still carry on playing along for pennies. You are still in live play. You currently have 28 points. That's nice. Nice Hackbox telling me useful information. So, round 2. Answer as many of the 10 questions as you can. Hit the target of 56 points, the highest score plus 15, in order to escape. Which means the high score would have been set at 31? 41. Each question is now worth 5 points, meaning everybody must answer at least 3 questions correctly in order to escape. Accumulated points will be carried forward to the next round. If you give an incorrect answer, you lose one of your 3 refreshed lives. If you exhaust your lives, you are eliminated from the game. 2 bonus points are awarded for each life you have left at the end of the round. Players who have escaped may choose to continue answering questions if they like, but they are still at risk of elimination if they exhaust their lives. There is no penalty for abstention, however, if you do not hit the target before the end of the round, or if there are not enough questions left for you to do so, you will be eliminated from the game. So, target is 56, which means someone's come in with 41. Mark, bloody hell, 41, high score. You'll have to do the maths to figure out exactly how many questions you need. I think the app Hackbox does tell you. I think it does tell you intermittently, but let's have a sensibly sized glass of port, and let's move it over there, just in case I have to turn around quickly. Okay, target is 56. For every life you got left, you get 2 points, but you must hit the target of 56 before those are applied. If you finish with 55 and 3 lives, you'll still be eliminated at question 10 at that point. Okay? Good luck. Let's play round 2. Question 1. The Sikorsky CH-148 Cyclone and the Boeing CH-47 Chinook are military types of which mode of transport? Take a punt. It's early enough that I can have a guess. It's going off Boeing there, assuming that it is some form of aeroplane. Oh, and I'm wrong. I've lost a life. They're helicopters, apparently. I have no more notes on that. Sooty Cat and Jimmy Cato, obviously in great company, thinking like me that it's a plane, but it's not. It's a helicopter. Get to the chopper! Indeed so. Well done if you got that one right. 5 points. Let's let you back up. Sorry, it's fine. Just warming up. Just need another 6 questions from 9. Question 2 for 5 points. Take a look. Which portmanteau word is used to describe a term such as the computer language Perl or the distress signal SOS, whose initials now stand for something but didn't originally? Don't know. Jimmy get an answer in the grace time. The correct answer is... that's a new one on me. A backronym. A backronym. Computer language Perl was originally spelled P-E-A-R-L, as in like the gemstone Pearl, but the A was dropped before its official release. One backronym is Practical Extraction and Report Language. SOS was chosen as a distress signal as it is simple to transmit and recognised in Morse code. It did not originally stand for Save Our Souls or Save Our Ship. That is something that we have added later on. Acronym Tautology and MROE are all incorrect answers. Tautology is something like River Humber, that means river, where you say the same thing twice but with different words. So Sooty, Samster, and Jimmy are going to lose a life on that one. Everyone else 5 points. Well played. Target still 56. Sooty Cat, you require all remaining questions, and you're also on your last life, so do tread carefully. Mark is 1 away already, so but remember in this round, Jimmy and Sooty Cat both on your last life. Remember in this round you can keep answering after you've escaped, but you can still be eliminated if you run out of lives. Let's go on. Question number 3. Which 2023 single by singer-songwriter SZA is named after a Quentin Tarantino film? Gotta take a punt. Let's see from the console that I was incorrect on that one. Oh, is it Kill Bill? Yeah. Kill Bill is the answer. Note SZA, for the second time, is pronounced similarly to the word scissor. The song's lyrics mirror the plot of the Tarantino film duology. I quite like Kill Bill. We watched Django Unchained not very long ago. But yeah, Pulp Fiction seemed like the most obvious one to go for, but not the right answer. Pulp Fiction, Get Shorty, and Django all incorrect, losing a life. Ben, Simpsons Angle, Listwitz, Flyboy, and Shapes. Everybody else 5 points. Well played. Let's let you back up. Sooty Cat requiring all remaining questions. And on your last life, Mark still 1 away from escaping. No one else matching you there yet. Players on the last life: Sooty Cat, me, and Jimmy. 1 more wrong answer, and you are eliminated from the game. Good luck. Here is question number 4 for 5 points. Yannick Sinner, the winner of the men's singles title at the 2024 Australian Open, plays tennis professionally for which country? Oh, I can't guess. I've got any lives left to guess? If I was going to guess, I'd probably say the Czech Republic and be wrong. It's Italy is the answer. Nata and Silver Electron both think the same as me. Go for Czechia, but not the right answer. Egypt, Poland, Slovenia, Poland, and Germany also all incorrect on that one. It does mean if you got that one right, you've gone green, getting yourself 5 points. If not, you're going to lose a life. It means Sooty Cat, that is your final life. Thank you very much for playing, but I'm afraid it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Sooty Cat being eliminated there. Okay, a few people requiring all. Me, Pyro, Stimson's Angle, Natter, and Silver Stimson's Angle. Mark and Stravthy are 1 away from escaping, hitting that target of 56. And last life, me, Stimson's Angle, Listwitz, and Jimmy, so tread carefully. No notes on that Yannick Sinner question, but I do require also, I'm going to have to type something here. Good luck with the next question worth 5 points. The internet is for porn, and I'm not wearing underwear today are songs from which comic musical that premiered in Broadway in 2003? Saying that one quickly because I know that one. The internet is for porn, and I'm not wearing underwear today are songs from which comic musical that premiered on Broadway in 2003. When I play along, you must bear with me. Sometimes I'm going to read questions quickly to go and submit my answer. I saw it live in Portsmouth. It was very funny. A friend of mine actually starred in it on an amateur production. It is Avenue Q, not the Book of Mormon, A.B. Me. That's hello, my name is Elder Price. Where's Portsmouth? Some place far, far away you don't want to visit. Mark becoming the first player to escape, hitting that target of 56, was the player with the advantage. Remember, Mark, you can still answer questions and you can increase that lead, but there's no obligation to. And if you run out of lives, you can still be eliminated, but each life you've got left will be worth 2 points. Book of Mormon was an incorrect answer, but no one being eliminated there by the looks of it. Let's light you back up. Target still 56. Pyro, Ben, Stimpson, Natter, Silver Electron requiring all. Samster, Stravthy, Inca, and Zeus, you're all 1 away. 1 more correct answer and you're through. Ben, Simpson's Angle, Listwitz, and Jimmy Cato, you're on your last life, so do tread carefully. On we go. Next question. I'm going to have to type something again, aren't I? Throne of Baal, Shadow of Ammon, and Siege of Dragonspear are subtitles of which video game series? Oh, God knows. I'll say something. Time. The correct answer. Of course it's Baldur's Gate. Zeus escapes with that correct answer there. Then no one else went for Dark Souls. No, it's just me went for Dark Souls there. Skyrim's you've got Dragonborn and you've got Dawnguard, but no, not any of those. Dragon Spear, I'm afraid. Skyrim, Dragon Ball, World of Warcraft, Dragon Age, Fire Emblem, all incorrect, as was Dark Souls, Ben. It does mean we've got a number of players due for elimination. Ben, Pyro, Simpsons Angle, Natter, and Silver Electron. I say Silver Electron, Natter, Simpsons Angle, and Pyro have done a good job. You've matched the host, which is nice. First time in round 2, so I'm happy with that, and I'm going to uncover my answers in the tab because I'm probably not going to play along the rest of the game. But thank you all very much for playing, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out! Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, incidentally, won Game of the Year at the 2023 Golden Joystick Awards. Flashes across the ticker at the bottom, hopefully telling you some information that you don't need me to narrate to you. But Clive, Liswitz and Jimmy, you are on your last life. I have now uncovered the answers. I will not take any further part. It says it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Please continue to play another lobby game for bonus pennies, though. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to concentrate on hosting for the remainder of the game. But happy I made it to round 2. And thank you all for humouring me. On we go. Question number 7 for 5 points. Take a look at this. The 5 Ks are symbolic items that should be worn at all times by members of which religion? Time. It's like everyone's still alive. Play attempting that one. The correct answer: Sikhism. Nando, Samster, Strathty and Inky, you've all escaped through to round 3. Very well played. Sikhs, yes, I'll allow Sikhs. Clive, Hinduism. The Sikh, yes, we'll allow that as well, Jimmy. Islam and Islam, both incorrect. No, Sikhism. The 5 Ks are Kesh, which is uncut hair and beard. Kanga, wooden comb. Kara, iron or steel bracelet. Kachera, short trousers. And Kirpan, small curved iron or steel knife. Those are the 5 Ks of Sikhism. Very well done if you got that one right. Jimmy, I condoned your answer, but O.M. Dalton, that was incorrect. Clive, I condoned your answer, so you're fine. But O.M. Dalton, Flyboy, and Listwitz, wrong answers. And I'm afraid you've run out of road. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. Listwitz, O.M. Dalton, and Flyboy get locked in. Clive, require all of the remaining questions. There's 3 to go. Jack and Jimmy, 1 more correct answer and you're through to the next round. Clive, Jimmy and Shape also on your last life though, so do tread carefully. On we go. Next question. Question number 8. Take a look for 5 points. English, Malay, Mandarin and Tamil are the official languages of which tiny Asian island country? Correct answer. Singapore. Jimmy and Jack, you have both escaped. Very well played. We'll see you in round 3. Sri Lanka is what all 4 of the other players went for. Unfortunately, not the right answer. I don't know what the official languages of Sri Lanka are. I might go and just have a quick look. Because when 4 people say it, Sinhala and Tamil are the official languages of Sri Lanka, but not all 4 of those. So Tamil was there, but not the rest. Clive, unfortunately you are due for elimination. You are out of lives. Thank you for playing, but it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Clive gets locked in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players have escaped. Riff, you require both of the remaining questions. ABME and Shapes, you are 1 away, so 1 of the 2 remaining questions. Shapes, you are on your last life. Jimmy, notably, you are also on your last life. You are not obligated to answer, but if you do answer, despite the fact you've escaped, if you answer and are wrong, you will be eliminated, so bear that in mind. Question number 9, good luck, take a look. The TV series Big Little Lies and 9 Perfect Strangers are based on books written by which Australian author? Jimmy taking a late punt despite the fact they've already escaped and knowing they've only got 1 life left. And Riff having a go as well. Riff knowing that they do need both answers. The correct answer is Leanne Moriarty. Town like Alice guy, not the right answer. Jimmy getting it right and increasing the score up to 64. Riff, unfortunately, that is a wrong answer. There are not enough questions left for you to escape. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Riff getting locked in there, which means AVMe and Shapes, you're one away, and by extension also needing all of the remaining questions. Shapes also on your last life academic at this stage. Jimmy, remember you are on your last life. A wrong answer, even if you've escaped, will cause you to be eliminated. Bear that in mind. Good luck to you all. Question number 10. Adding a grave accent to the second E in the name of which Greek god gives the name of a luxury fashion house known for their Kelly and Birkin bags? Shapes coming with a late answer there, just getting in under the wire. The correct answer was Hermes. Chloe, not the one there. Yes, Hermes, accepted it with or without the grave accent on the second E, but yes, Hermes was what we wanted. And AB Me, you did need to give me an answer there, and you've abstained. And Shapes, you needed a correct answer, and you've gone wrong. It was also your last life. Thank you, both of you, very much for playing, but for AB Me and Shapes, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Bye. Bye points. Which means 8 players have escaped into the final. Mark, Stravdi, Nando, Inca, Mster, Jack, Zeus, and Jimmy. Nando, I beg your pardon, Inca by a point is leading with 70. Zeus and Nando 1 point behind. All 3 of those will also receive 6 additional points for having all 3 lives intact. 2 points for every life you've got. But of course, the big swings in the final, and anything could yet happen. It's the end of round 2. Into the final round of the night, round 3 of the Escape Artist, and it is Survive. Answer the question as fast as you can. The first player to give the correct answer will start a 15-second countdown on all other players, during which time their points will be drained at an increasing rate. Answer the question correctly to stop your points being drained. If nobody answers the question within 15 seconds, all players will lose the maximum drain for the question. Your 3 lives have been replaced with refires. Everybody may attempt every question once for free. Thereafter, it will cost you 1 of your refires. You may refire any question as many times as you like, but once they are exhausted and they are global for the round, only your first answer will be accepted for the remainder of the round. If your points are depleted, you will be eliminated from the game. When only 1 player remains, that player is declared the winner. And if more than 1 player remains after 10 questions, the player with the highest score is declared the winner. If we lose all but 1 player before we've gotten through 10 questions, we will forego the rest of the pack and have a declared escape artist. We start with the drain rate of 1 point per 1.5 seconds. Whoever answers first correctly will retain their score. Everybody else will start a drain. Inca in the lead with 76, Nando and Zeus just behind on 75. Not a huge amount in this. The fact that David is the lowest scoring player, only on 62, just 13 points behind the leader, that can all change in a single question. The swings in this round are massive. Good luck to you all. Here is question 1. A Spanish surrealist artist, a writing implement, a part of a bicycle, and a tusked marine mammal all give their names to types of which facial feature? Mark was the first to start the clock there. Inca, Stravdi, Snipster, all right behind. Then Zeus. Nando getting on a refire. Jack also correct. Jimmy losing the maximum drain of 10 points there. The answer was moustache. Clues refer to Salvador Dali. Pencil, a Salvador moustache. Or a Dali moustache, possibly. Probably a Dali moustache. A pencil moustache, a handlebar moustache, and a walrus moustache. Jimmy losing the maximum 10 there. Mark retaining the 70 points. Nando using a refire but still retaining 71. Inca still in the lead with 75. Zeus just behind on 73. Let's lay back up. Train rate stays the same, 1 point per second and a half, up to a maximum of 10. Here is question 2. Second reference to this tonight. What first name is shared by two actors who were nominated for Best Supporting Actor Oscar at this year's ceremony for their roles in Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon? Samster has started the clock. Stravdi is right behind. Nando has got there now as well. Clock's on for everybody else. Inca's wrong, refi is available. Jimmy's wrong, refi is available. And that is time. Robert was the answer. Robert Downey Jr., who played Lewis Strauss in Oppenheimer, and Robert De Niro, who played William King Hale in Killers of the Flower Moon. One of them may have won the Oscar by the time this game is played. I don't think we've had... Have we had the Oscars? Oscars normally end of February. Well, I know there were some BAFTAs that went out. Robert Downey Jr., I think, got a BAFTA. I don't think we've had the Oscars yet. Not yet. They're normally end of February, and just after the BAFTAs, which I think Robert Downey Jr. did win Best Supporting for... Oppenheimer. Just 3 players getting that. Samster getting there first. Stravdi right behind, and Nando just behind that. Bradley and Lily both incorrect answers. And a lot of players losing the maximum drain rate there. Let's light you back up. Where's the lead? Nando, 68. Inca right behind on 65. Still right behind that on 64. Then Zeus, 63. Mark on 60. Stravdi, 59. Jack on 50. Jimmy on 46. We go on. Question 3. 1 point per 1.5 seconds up to a maximum of 10. It's the drain rate again. Is it first Sunday in March? I always thought it's the last Sunday in February, but I defer to superior knowledge, Skipper. Question 3. Both names are required for this question. Which English actress shares her stage forename and surname with the forenames of Harry Potter's parents? Inca's first in. Stravdi right behind. Jimmy is wrong, right behind. Refi's available, Jimmy. Stravdi's got there. Jack's got there. Zeus has got there. Refi's available, Jimmy, if you want to have another go. Choosing to sit it out. Geraldine Somerville is not the right answer. Lily James was the answer. Lily Potter and James Potter, Harry Potter's parents. And yes, Lily James would be the correct answer. Did she date Matt Smith for a while? Or is that Lily Allen? Great question, but I had no idea. Bloody Harry Potter. You should read it, Samson. I hear they're quite popular. Inca starting the clock there. Stravdi right behind. Jack and Zeus also getting it correct. Let's light it back up and see where we are with the scores. Inca with the lead. Inca having won Data Leak. Mark having won the Purge. Are we going to have a third and different winner? At the moment, Inca's got the lead with 65, looking to take 2 gold medals this evening. Remember, we only have gold medals in the Purge and the Escape Artist, no silver and bronze, despite what the leaderboard at the end will show. Zeus is second at the moment with 60. Nando and Stravdi tied up with 58. Samster on 54. Mark on 50, Jack 47, Jimmy 36. We've increased the drain rate. It's now 1 point per second after the first correct answer comes in, up to a maximum of 15. Question number 4. Take a look at this. Poems beginning, "What is this life if full of care?" and "Stop all the clocks, cut off the telephone" were written by people who share which 2 first initials? What a beautiful question, and Inca is the first to start the clock. 4 other players have attempted, all incorrect. Mark is also incorrect. Zeus has gotten there now. Jimmy has also gotten there. Nando and Stravdi are wrong. Mark is wrong. WH is the answer. However, that should... W.H. would have been condoned, but Samster, yes, I can put you back to what you were. I am going to have to check, because actually Samster was the first to get this right. It's alright, I'm dealing with it. Yeah, you had to be awkward, but it's fine. I'll deal with it. Samster was incorrect, but put W.H, which should have been condoned because we had W.H. Samster didn't attempt to refi, but that should have started the clock, but it didn't. I'm going to go through the other answers first and then deal with Samster's. Mark going for RF, Nando for RK, Jack for TS, Mark for WW, Nando for WW, Stravdi for WE, mark for HL. So the only other correct answer was Samsters, which should have started the clock, which technically means Inca may have lost more points, but I can't do anything about that. All I can do, Samster, is restore you to the lives and the points that you would have had when you got the correct answer, which is 56 and 2 refires. You didn't actually use a refire there, Samster, so I should be able to manually put you back. If you just give me a moment, and I've talked all the way through that just because I want to make sure I'm not fucking anything up. Mster. Refresh data page. Countdown 39. It should be at 56. And refires probably under lives. It's lives. If I update, you go back to 56. Point you didn't refire though, did you, Sam? So they should be. Oh, lives remaining 3. That's on a slider. That's why I can't see it. So you should still have. Give all of Samson's points to Inca. That's probably the best way of doing it. No, WH. For what it's worth, if I can find the citation. The first line is from W.H. Davis's Leisure, and the second is from W.H. Auden's Funeral Blues. The latter was memorably used in the film Four Weddings and a Funeral. Let's light it back up. Sam's still with the 3 refires and backup restored to the... I've made a mistake there, Samster. It should be 54. I've put you at 56. I've no idea why I've done that. Let me just do that real quick. There you go. Sorry, you should be on 54, not 56, according to the console. So that's my bad. Sorry, I've taken 2 points off you, but that is now the correct score, according to what you had when you gave the answer. I don't know what I was looking at there. I may be looking at Nando, who was on 56 when he gave an incorrect answer. Inca with the lead, 65. Samster, thanks to his restored score, is now on 54. Zeus is in third on 52. Nando and Stravdi back neck and neck. Trivia Coleman Massive on 43. Let's go on to the next question. 1 point per second up to a maximum of 15. Take a look. What is the only EU member state whose English name begins with 2 vowels? Inca was first. Zeus was right behind. Stravdi and Nando also there now. Anyone else?
Jimmy is wrong. Refires available. Mark's got there.
Rota City, no, that's not the answer. Austria is the answer we wanted. If the question asks for countries in their own language, Estonia, i.e. E-E-S-T-I, Isti, would be correct. Austria happens to call itself Österreich, which is in German. It would be probably Öster, because there's an umlaut over the O, Österreich. But when spelt in English, Austria is the only valid answer. Well done, Inca, starting the clock. Zeus, not wasting any time, right behind Stravdi and Nando just behind that. Let's light you back up. One more question with this train rate. Jimmy, you've entered into that danger zone now. Land of the East, Australia, land of the South. I didn't know that. Yeah, if you fail to get this one, Jimmy, then all your points will be depleted. You will be locked in. So everyone else has still got points to play with. Inca's still with the lead, up to 15 to be lost. Question 6, take a look. Jane Fonda, Holly Hunter and Deborah Messing have all played TV title characters that share which first name? Mark got there first. Jack was incorrect. Zeus was then correct. Nando, Mster, Stravdi all correct. Refires available for a lot. Jimmy incorrect and now out of points. That's all she wrote. Yeah, I wasn't anticipating Karen being a correct answer there, Jack, but worth a go. The correct answer was Grace. Jane Fonda played Grace Hanson in Grace and Frankie, opposite Lily Tomlin as Frankie Bergstein. Holly Hunter played Grace Handako in Saving Grace, and Deborah Messing played Grace Adler in Will and Grace, opposite Eric McCormack as Will. It does mean we've got our first elimination from the final. Jimmy, great hustle there tonight, but unfortunately it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Jimmy slammed in the slammer. Jack in the danger territory now because the drain rate increases once again up to a maximum of 20. So Jack, if you fail to answer this one, pretty much you fail to answer this one first, you're going to be in trouble on this one because the drain rate is now 1 point per 0.75 seconds. If you don't get it first, you've got about a second and a half to get the answer before your points are drained. Up to a maximum of 20. Question number 7. Good luck to you all. Here it is. The first name of the main antagonist in the Omen film franchise, the middle value in a sorted dataset, and a cricket over in which no runs are scored are all anagrams of which holy city in the Middle East? Mark was first there, Inca's behind, Stravdi is also there, Nando's there, Zeus is there. I was going to say Mecca. That's the only holy city I know in the Middle East, other than Jerusalem I suppose, but Medina is the answer. I was thinking, I knew Damien, but then I thought it was duck. But that's a run in which you are out without scoring any runs. It's a bowl in which you're out. Is an innings in which you are out without scoring any runs, not an over in which no runs are scored, which I believe is a maiden. And I'm going to look to my notes now. Main antagonist of the Omen franchise is Damien. The median is the middle value in a data set, and a cricket over in which no runs are scored is a maiden over. So I was right on 2 of them after a minute. Medina is a city in Saudi Arabia, the second holiest city after Mecca in Islam. Jack going for goodbye friends, trying for an answer. Unfortunately not the one. Jack, your drain has depleted. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Jack into jail, which means Samster is now in that danger territory on 17 points. A wrong answer will see you eliminated from the game. Inca's still with the lead on 49, Zeus just behind on 40, Strathy on 32, Nando on 30, Mark 24, Samster 17. Inca looking to do his double tonight, but stranger things than that have happened in this game. Question 8. Take a look. The US president with the surname Pierce shared his forename with which other US president? Inca was there. Jack is devastated he's gone out before the politics question. He has got the answer right from the shadow game. Nando is behind. Stravzi and Zeus also behind, but correct. Samter's out of points and will be eliminated from the game. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin Pierce being the other president, obviously. Roosevelt would have been acceptable on its own, FDR or F.D.R. Or Franklin D. Roosevelt if you prefer. Samster, you've depleted your points. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Jack devastated to go out before the politics question, but was the 4th player to answer correctly after Inca and Mark in the May game and Riff in the behind the scenes game. Jack was there. With 2 questions to go and still a maximum drain rate of 20, let's just check in. Inca has a lead of 49, a commanding lead of 49, and all 3 refires. Zeus is in second with 28 and 2 refires. Nando with 25 and no refires. Stravdi with 24 and 3 refires. Mark with 22 and 1 refire. It's Inca's game to lose at the moment, but the nature of this game is that it can swing quite quickly. Maximum of 20, so none of you is in the danger zone at the moment, but let's see what happens as we go to question number 9. Of the star signs of the Western Zodiac to be represented by a living creature, which has the fewest legs? Nando was first in. Mark was incorrect. I think a typo. Refi is available, Mark, if you want to have a go again. Zeus was also incorrect. Stravdi was incorrect. It's Pisces. Libra, represented by the scales, also has no legs, but is an inanimate object. A puzzle on a similar theme appears in the video game Silent Hill. Now, there's something very interesting that has happened here, and Mark, I'm going to do right by. It is Pisces week. It's the second Pisces question tonight. No, you see, Mark has said fish, and I know that's funny, but actually Mark said Pisces originally, but he transmogrified his S and his I, so the typo, because it's only 6 letters, didn't count. Because we are in the pincer point of the game, I think I'm going to allow his first answer, which puts him back to 20 points and 1 refire. Gonna go through the other answers first. Zeus saying Sagittarius, Stravdi going for Aquarius, Inca going for Aquarius, Zeus was correct, and Mark then going for fish, which was also incorrect, but I'm going to put him back to what he was on before, 20 points and 1 refire. Nando, the only player to get that right, followed by Zeus. And this is what I meant by the swings. Mark, I'm going to do right by you because I think that is fair, and at this point of the game that would be a really stingy thing to not allow you to have. So give me a minute and I will put you back to 1 refire and 20. There you are, which could make for a very interesting final because Inca did not get to the right answer. However, no one has been eliminated. Let's light you back up. And just to clarify, we were looking for a creature. Aquarius would be the aquarium, which is a container for multiple creatures, so won't quite scan. So, this is a really interesting ending, and for the first time in a long time, we have gotten to the last question on the escape pod. Maybe it's not a long time. Maybe it was the last time we played, but it feels like a long time. Inca's got the lead with 3 refires and 29 points. Nando now in second with 25 but no refires, so first answer only Nando. Mark then with 20 points and a single refire. Zeus 16 and a single refire. Stravdi has got 3 refires but only 4 points in which to make that count. The drain rate is now 1 point per 0.5 seconds and there is no limit. That basically means you must get to the correct answer or you will lose your points. It's possible to finish with no winners. If nobody answers after the default 15, you'll all start draining at the drain rate and keep going till you hit 0 or you get it right. As is tradition with question number 10 of round 3 in the Escape Artist, this is a puzzly question. It is one that is not based on you either know it or you don't. It is based on can you work it out in the time that you have. I wish you all the very best of luck. Question number 10, and the last question of the night, is... Which 7-letter word, meaning ugly, becomes a type of shelter when its final letter is changed to the next one along in the alphabet? Stravdi is the first in. Inca's got it right, has secured a win. Stravdi will survive here. Zeus has got there. Nando and Mark, eyes on you. Mark's out. And Nando's out. There was some pressure on there because David got there first, so Inca had to think very, very quickly to avoid being eliminated by Drain. Stravdi for a minute thought he might become the Escape Artist, but unfortunately Inca got there, as did Zeus to his credit. The answer was hideous. Hideous, you change the last letter to a T, it becomes hideout. That's a wonderful question there from Quizzle because the pronunciation completely changes. So you've got a lot to ponder there. And very well done that the 3 of you did manage to get there. Unfortunately, Mark and Nando didn't manage to find the answer. But you got to see all 30 questions. Congratulations on that. But for you two, it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Which means... very rare occurrence in this game. We have got 3 escapees. Very well done to Stravdi and Zeus, escaping with 4 and 6 doubloons. But we can only have 1 escape artist, and for the second time this evening he's taken another gold medal. He did it in Data Leak, he's now done it in the escape artist as well. Congratulations must go to Inca with 26 points and 3 lives left. You are the escape artist. Oh, Inca is the escape artist, it says on my other laptop. Well done. But as you can see, Stravdi and Zeus, you do get to go free. You don't get the nice blue, but you get to be Inca's subordinate, and he gets to boss you around in the freedom that you will get to experience now. Everyone else, I'm afraid you're locked in forever. And that is game night. Might do some Spacey 4 games just to wrap things up. Thank you very much to Quizzle for a delightful pack, to Lewis for proofing, and for also being my second eyes when I was playing the game. And thank you all for letting me play along with that. I do like to do that from time to time. It's nice to get to round 2. But an absolutely top tier pack there from Quizzle. Really, really great stuff. And lovely to see 3 people escaping, and Inca doing his second victory of the night, getting the escape artist. We need to get you over. Come be a part. I have a desk I have a desk for a pointless friend now. I have 2 desks. So you must come round. You must, Lewis, and come and be a live pointless friend. Be my special guest in season 13. Let's just take a look at the final leaderboard. There are no medals for this game, because otherwise Zeus would get the medal, finishing on a score of 120. The scores are worked out slightly differently for the behind-the-scenes game. There are no medals. Only Inca gets the escape artist, despite not having the highest score. Zeus with 120, Inca with 111, Nando with 110. Anyone interested in the penny payout for this game, times your score by 5. And that will be the penny payout that you get for this game. So times it by 5, those are the pennies you'll get for the night. G. Isons, you're just in time for Spacey 4 game, my dude. Welcome on in. We'll do that in just a second. But yes, those are the final scores. 33, I'll take that. Times it by 5, that'll be 165, I think, pennies. Worth having, better than boot up the arse. I'll probably need to inflate this slightly. Anyway, Spacey 4 game, just to wrap up the night. Thank you again to Quizzle for writing, to Lewis for proofing, to all of you for letting me play, and especially congratulations to Stravdi and Zeus for escaping, and especially to Inca, because you are the escape artist. What fun! Yeah, the music's good. It's not mine. I can't claim the credit for it, but yeah, it's high quality stuff. Thank you again to Quizzle for a delightful pack. We are going to wrap up with Spacey 4 game. If anyone wants to hang around while I just load up the software. And yeah, I hope you've all had fun tonight. Bit of a triple bill of game night this evening, but great questions, lovely stuff from Toot in Data League earlier on. Bit of a tough one to get us all started. And then we had the Purge from Zeus. Really fun game of the Purge, really tense. And thank you all for indulging me and let me take part in the Escape Artist with great questions from Quizzle and Lewis playing my pointless friend behind the scenes, making sure I'm above board and not looking at the answers. Because of course all the spreadsheet has got all the data. But yeah, good fun tonight. Really enjoyed it. We're going to do some Spacey 4 games just to round out the night and give you all a chance to win some bonus pennies while I do the continuity, such as it is. I think I've already done most of it. I'm already running quite late. Bloody hell, it's nearly midnight. But I hope you've had fun. More game night coming up next Saturday, and I think moving to scene 13, I'm going to experiment with maybe trying to do the odd Tuesday, just a game, even if it's a legacy game, so a game that we played, you know, in the way back when with questions that have already been seen, just to, you know, keep things ticking over. But for now, Spacey 4 game time. Left or right? For a chance to win monumental amounts of pennies. I'm going to go left. We're doing 50 pennies for every player who comes to join in, and then we will drop one of the columns. Whoever survives gets to pick again. And pennies will go out, and it will be a lovely, lovely thing. While we're doing that, I'm just going to plug next week. We have got Plinko by Ramsey. We have got Google That by Arun, and we have got Risky Business by Riff. Riffsky Business. Sorry, I should get that pronunciation right. That's all coming up next week, Saturday, is it March? Yeah, 2nd of March at 8 PM GMT, right here, twitch.tv/Royal_Flush. So do make sure you come along for that. Elsewhere, our great friend Ash the Bash, is back with season 13, I think, starting next week. And 1,050 pennies up for grabs. And it's a right column that drops, which means I get to have another go. Yay! Fluffy Bunny, welcome to the stream just before the end. Charity fundraising is all good. Yeah, come and join us next week, Fluffy Bunny. I'm going to go left again. Yeah, go follow Ash. I think he's starting up season... is it 14? I think it's season 14 next week. Let me see if he's done his what's on. Stream schedule. He does look like he has updated it. So, where will we be? Not March. It'll be 28th of February. Hey, I survived again. Me, Nando, and Pyro Pygmy. Lovely stuff. I'm just going to pause it a minute while I do the continuity because I want to give proper focus to stuff. So Ash's season opener, which I think is season... Am I on season 3? Season 14, I think, for Ash. He's starting with Untitled Grid Game. He's then got Snap It Up by Ape and then Dupe Drop by Lingo. That's Wednesday the 28th of February. That's this coming Wednesday at 8 PM. Go give him a follow. I just put a shout out into the channel. On the Friday as well, the 1st of March, he's got Brain Teaser and then Redacted by Arun Aromatics and Wipeout by the Wipeout Writing Team, whatever that means. Redacted looks like it might be making a comeback. I know it's had a bit of an absence for a while, but it looks like it might be coming back next Friday. So do go check him out for both original and classic remake quiz content with Ash next Wednesday and Friday at 8 PM as he kicks off season 14. I will then do a shout out to Topper, who I know has got a big event coming up. Left seems to be working, so I'm going to keep at it. If I win, if we get down to 2... If we get down to 2... Pyro, you've got to go left. Oh my god. I might win. It doesn't actually decide until a frame before the doors open. There's a non-zero chance I might win. Oh, you've got to drop left. I'm not allowed to win this. That's the rule. There we go. Good stuff. Justice has been served. Nando and Pyro fighting out for 1,050 pennies. Remember, if we have a tie, we will roll it over to the next one. Nando breaking cover, going left. Is Pyro going to play? Pyro is playing to win. We are going to have a winner, one way or t'other. Who's it going to be? 1,050 pennies going to... Pyro Pygmy, Nando dropping into the icy abyss of space. Incredible strategy. And Pyro Pygmy taking away 1,050 pennies. Do you want another one? Do you want another one? Go on then. One more before we close out. Left worked last time. Let's go right this time. Let's also give a shout out to Topper One Gaming. I know he is in between. He's on a sort of in-between season hiatus at the moment, but I know he's got a Moneybags tournament scheduled to be running for about 2 weeks throughout March, starting on the 14th of March over on his channel, twitch.tv/Topper1Gaming. Starting on the 14th of March, that's a Thursday, will be episode 1. It's then running again on the 21st of March. I'm away for 2 Saturdays at the end of my season, post-charity stream, post-season 13, and Topper is taking both of those slots, the 23rd and the 30th of March, for more Moneybags fun. So go and give him a follow if you enjoyed Moneybags, or you just want more quiz content. He's a wholesome guy, and he's worth your time, so go and give him a follow. 900 pennies looking to be going to the winner this time. Are we going left or right? There's one ball just floating in the air down at the bottom. Physics. Oh, and okay, right's not working out. Suricat, Tadaro, Wonder Taz, Pyro, AB Me, Prugs, Jimmy, and Owen Dalton going on to the next game, or the next round. 900 pennies to the winner. No more bets at this point. Pyro, AB Me. Pyro looking to double his money almost here. 2,000 pennies at the end of the night wouldn't be a bad achievement. 4 and 4. Split it evenly.
Who wins?
Not going to be a double run for Pyro as Sooty Cat, Tadaro, Jimmy, and Owen Dalton go on to the next phase. 900 pennies for one of you. Tadaru going left. Sooty and OM Dalton going left. Jimmy, the only one to go right. We could have a winner right here. 900 pennies going to the winner. Just wait for the countdown to tick down, because that's fun. And because I've done my continuity, so I can just watch the numbers. Bad luck, Jimmy. It's between Sooty, Tadaru and OM Dalton, who survive in the left column. 900 pennies to one of you, left or right. Tadaru and Sooty Cat both going left. OM Dalton, where are you going? You are going right, going for the win. Let's see if it pays off for you. Does indeed. OM Dalton is the recipient of 900 pennies, and we can end things there. Data written to drive, refresh app, that will be updated there, and that is going to be the end of game night for another Saturday. And what fun it has been. I hope you've all enjoyed it as well. Oh, Shapes wants 500 pennies before the night ends, of course. There you go, Shapes. Have 500 pennies. Well, what a lot of fun it's been. AB Me wants 500 pennies as well. You're going to make me do this all before I go to sleep. AB Me, 500 pennies. Yeah. And Colin wants 500 pennies as well. Colin SO, 500 pennies. There you go. Marcus complete. Marcus. Oh, Colin also wants 100 pennies. Yeah, you can claim both of them, but not more than one of each. Colin, have another 100. There you go. Just so they're done, and I'm up to date ahead of next time, which will be next Saturday, the 2nd of March, as I said. Plinko by Ramsey. Oh, Jimmy, what are you doing? Making me go to my app and type things. Not Jimmy Diamond, Jimmy Cato. Getting 500 and 100. There's 500. And there is 100. There you go. No more bets at this stage. Next week, Plinko by Ramsey, Google That by Arun, and Riffsky Business by Riff Raccoon. That's Saturday the 2nd of March, 8 PM right here, twitch.tv/royal_flush. It's been a blast with the triple build tonight. I always knew it was going to be a late one, but it's been fun. We are going to raid Icor, who is a Tomb Raider player. And they're playing the new re-released version of Tomb Raider, the remastered versions. They're doing 1, 2, and 3. It looks... What are they playing at the moment? I can't quite see. But we're going to go raid them and say hi, because ESA Marathon... We did ESA Marathon last week, and they're just doing music at the moment. So we'll just go and spread the love. If you like some Tomb Raider speed running, we're going to go and say hi to Icor. And, of course, we need to say hyphen... Hang on. Hashtag hyphen... Specifically that. Let's just go over to Icor and just say that. Hyphen. In 3 different syntaxes. With a hashtag at the front as well. It's got to be done. Until next time. Just before that, thanks again to our writers this evening. To Toot for Data Leak, and congratulations to Inca on your gold medal there. To Zeus for the Purge, and congratulations to Mark on surviving that. And to Quizzle for writing, and Lewis for proofing, and congratulations to Inca on the Escape Artist. It's been an enormous amount of fun this evening. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you're new here, don't forget you can come and join the Discord, come and hang out with us, and I'll be back next Saturday. Ash on Wednesday and Friday, Topper on the horizon with a Moneybags tournament coming up in March. And don't forget, 3 weeks from today, the big charity stream raising money for the campaign against living miserably, starting at 11 AM, 16th of March, twitch.tv/royal_flush. Please do spread the word. It's going to be a great day, and I'm very much looking forward to it. We are going to go and raid Icor_. And until next time, you have been watching Game Night. I've been Royal Flush. Until then, take care. Peace out and good night.
New Game Plus.